Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to ya all. Good to see ya. What is up? Dylan on our Mega Magic Arps, Downright Productions, Mr. Arps, Nalakilla. How are you? Good to see ya. Crowd pleaser, a little cheeky. Welcome. Hopefully everyone is having a spectacular day, and it is finally time. We were trying to wait to get the Against the Odds up, and if you haven't seen it yet, the Against the Odds with Elesh Norn 5-color Panharmonicon is up on the YouTube. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But now that the Against the Odds is up, it means it is time to play a bunch of Panharmonicon in Standard. We are going to see if we can break our new Elesh Norn. Got a few different builds of it. Gonna start with MOMo-White. Pretty proud of that deck name. Nailed it. But yeah, we got a couple different builds. There's like Mono-White, we got a Selesnya big stuff build, we got a Azorius build, we got a Boros Burn Elesh Norn build. Panharmonicons are so flexible. People just don't give Panharmonicons enough credit for their flexibility. So it is all Elesh Norn all night tonight. Nalakilla, welcome to the fishbowl. Oh no, why are we not getting a splash? We're not getting the chat either. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Why does this happen? Why does this happen relatively frequently, that the chat just stops working and the splashing stops working? Hey, there we go. Unshaven Drake, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Do you ever play games outside of stream? I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's awesome. I mean, I play a little, like now and then I play other things. Honestly, I've never even seen Harry Potter. I have not read Harry Potter. I have not seen Harry Potter. I know, the only thing I know about Harry Potter is, what's the thing that Krim says all the time that kind of drives me insane? Something about a good goblin or something. I don't know. He says it like non-stop in all of his videos. That's all I know. That's the extent of my Harry Potter knowledge. A Kingula, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for Dobby's a very good boy. Something like, I don't even know. Dobby, yeah, Dobby. Dobby's a good elf. That's what it is. A Kingula, free elf. Yes, I think that's it. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. That is the extent. That's all I know about that's all I know about Harry Potter. And there's probably someone named Harry Potter in it, I would guess, just based on the name, but other than that, I don't know anything. Unseen Spectre for this 69th month. Welcome to the fishbowl. The hype train is running. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I mean, we don't have actual teleportation circle, but Eternal Wander is essentially a teleportation circle. It's a way we can blink our stuff every turn and do a bunch of other stuff. So let's do our reminders. Check your eggs. Let's do our reminder. Talk about our decks. Jump into some games. Start doing some Panharmoniconing. I'm doing wonderful tonight, Unseen Spectre. How are you? Reminders. YouTube. Already mentioned it. If you haven't seen the Against the Odds, you should check it out. Replay YouTube for all the old streams. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Oh, I always do that. Minimized. Even get a free MTG goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want. When you're order note, you can pick them up. That Kangaroo Bloom looking a little shiny. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmat, giveaways, support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Egg checkers. Seriously. Are we going to talk about egg checkers again? Are we back on that conversation? People, who's got the time? Who's got the patience? Who's got the patience to look through 18, 12? There's a lot of eggs in a pack. There's a lot of eggs. Always, I feel like every time I go to the supermarket, I'm in the line behind someone who has to like inspect each egg. Like it's I don't know, like they're a jeweler and they're like inspecting some piece of gold or something. It's an egg. It's just an egg. It's just an egg. It's going to be fine. Even if it's a little cracked, it'll probably still be fine. My cat woke me up at 3 a.m. giving me a huge amount of attention. Love the guy, but I despise the timing. Yeah, Bearby can be like that a bit too sometimes. You never know. Also, interesting question. I'm curious if you have any guesses. At this. So there was this post from Star City Games. In just 9 days, SCG will be giving away thousands of never seen before MTG cards at our MagicCon Philadelphia booth. These are cards that nobody else has and everyone will want. The best part, we're giving away for free all weekend long. Tune in for more information. What could this possibly be? Apparently, Ben confirmed that they're actually like real. They're real Magic cards. They're not like some sort of weird proxy or altar or something. What kind of cards would Wizards be giving away for free, thousands of copies? And I mean, it can't be. They've never been seen before. It says so. It can't just be a basic land. I'm wondering, egg cards. I'm wondering, do you think there's a chance? That's what I was gonna say. Could they be battles? Could this actually be our first look at battles? Are they just gonna hand out a bunch of like promo battles so people can see and get like hyped for the next set? That would be interesting. Maybe we're gonna find out in another week what a battle actually is. Anyway, we can talk about that as we go along. Let's talk about this deck. We're starting with MOMo-White, our first build of Elesh Norn of the night. This build, it's pretty simple. It's mono-white Elesh Norn. We played a little bit of a similar deck on early access day. Basically, Elesh Norn doubling your ETBs of Archangels of Wrath, of Sanctuary Wardens, of card draw like Combat Thresher, Inspirited Companion, of removal like Ossification. So basically just all the Elesh Norn value, and then Eternal Wanderers are big payoff to blink our stuff and Wrath the board if we need to, touch the Spirit Realms for more flickering, and that's a plan. Just ETB, mono-white, Panharmonicon, Elesh Norn value. So let's do a little bit of magicking. Oh my god, today so Iker Moon Gauntlet won last week's Against Odds poll. I have built so many versions of Iker Moon Gauntlet. I'm on version 7. Little behind the scenes on next week's Against the Odds. 7! We're up to 7 builds, and it took me the first 6 builds I did not win a match with. So we just keep going to the next build until we find one that actually works and does something cool. So yeah, next week's Against the Odds should be interesting. Built a historic Brawl deck yesterday with the Troxus Commander. I was pumped in Yarok, Yarian Panharmonicon, and new Norn. Usually don't like Brawl, but dang, that deck was, yeah, that sounds really sweet. That's the perfect commander, just throw all the Panharmonicons in. We should do Modern best format. We'll definitely play some more Modern. Usually when we get a new set, we usually play a lot of Standard for a bit to check out the new cards, and then we always go back to playing more Modern too. So don't worry, there'll be more Modern coming up once we get past the release of Phyrexian will be one. Jodan the Praetors could be cool. Yeah, I mean, Historic Brawl is actually super fun. We're about due for another Historic Brawl video, honestly. It's been a minute. Yeah, I mean, these are the perfect planes for an Elesh Norn deck, right? Opponent immediately cuts down the ambitious farmhand. All right, sure. Wait, what do you do with Rhea Ivor in Historic Brawl? Rhea Ivor is a card that I thought, oh boy, seems very hard to use. It seems bad as, ooh, there's Elesh Norn. Although, black is one of the tougher matchups. Black is very good at just killing Elesh Norn, which is annoying. Lay down arms with 13 non-planes is sketchy. I mean, it's not that sketchy. Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Well, yeah, we'll just get rid of that way we can, I guess. I mean, I think it's not going to be as supercharged as if we had all planes, but I think it's still good enough. Like, it still kills most stuff in the early game. Could use some card draw. What's the red for? Oh, the off-color mana is purely just for the kicking of Archangel of Wrath. Well, oh, this is tough. So we can play Elesh Norn. The problem is we just get wrecked by Invoke Despair no matter what we do. Oh, no matter what we do. Well, we'll get rid of the Shieldred. But even this, if they have land Invoke Despair, it's so bad for us. Ooh, what did you play to get to plant them? Land. Liliana. All right, not Invoke Despair at least. About it. Gonna kick it up. We would actually love a Black Source. A Black Source would be spectacular. And then we can, boy, yeah, black is a tough, oh, that's almost a Black Source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, all right, Elesh Norn. Crystal Grotto. Double Scry. First trigger of the night. Seeing the power of Elesh Norn. Oh, this is so interesting. So how does this go? We're going to lose Elesh Norn, but at least we got 2 Scries out of it. I mean, it can make black next turn when we have another mana. So how does this go? So our opponent's gonna, if they have removal, they kill Elesh Norn, tick up, we discard the planes, and then, yeah. I mean, maybe we keep, do we keep a land on top? Well, let's go bottom. We get another scry. Scry number 2. Well, okay. I mean, that's also fine. That just kills Liliana. Opponent, you for the throw. Well, I mean, this might not be the worst. So opponent kills Elesh Norn, they tick up. And now we just ossify the Liliana, hopefully. Yeah, this is a tough matchup for Elesh Norn to get going. Opponent discards a plains and passes. Well, we will ossification. Get rid of the Liliana. Hey, what's up, Yerbacello? How are you? So what have y'all been playing in Phyrexia? Have you come up with any sweet brews in any format? Oh, Reckoner Bankbuster. Yeah, we could use one of those. We need our card draw. We have not hit any card draw. Opponent, swamp, passes. All right, I mean, Eternal Wanderer is a good card. Opponent, this is best of 3. More Shieldreds. Yeah. That's not ideal. Oh, another planes. Well, past the turn. I keep wondering, I did not put Reckoner Bankbuster in the main deck of any of these decks, and I'm wondering if we have to. It makes me wonder if you just, like, do you just have to play Bankbuster so you have the card draw to keep up with your opponent's Bankbuster? About it. Keeps on drawing. Like, those 4 extra cards, not good for us. Not good for us. Opponent goes to combat. Wow, they're not even gonna attack. We get drained. Well, we found a mom. Is our opponent really just gonna sit back there and drain with children? We can kick the Angel, but then we take so much from Shieldred. Shieldred's a really good magic card. Plethora of moose handing out the gift subs to Ox, Titan, and Grenju. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scripture for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we do? I guess we just pass. Can you tell me what you think of a Mondrak Dragonspark deck I made? Can I post a link here? Yeah, I'd love to see the link. Hey, what's up, Lord of Fire? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, but it's just gonna die, I think. Like, we can play the Angel. I mean, it does gain life. But then well, okay, we'll play it. So kick for black, kick for red. We'll run it out. I expect it to just immediately get killed, but then maybe that lets them attack with Shieldred. It would be nice if we could have got down the Elesh Norn first, but not always possible against mono black. Yeah, that's probably what we're hoping for. About it. Back up to 29. We need like we gotta get rid of the Shieldred, then we need like a Sanctuary Warden or something. About it. Yeah, Mondrak is such a sweet card. What's your Mondrak Rotted Robik deck like, Oxbow? I've been trying to make that work in Standard, and I have, boy, I just really have not been able to make it work. It's so clunky. The synergies are so sweet, it's just like super clunky. About it, gonna crew the Bankbuster. Hits us for a few billion. Yeah, Bankbuster is also a good card. Down to 7. Well, what do you got? Opponent passes. We get drained. Well, okay. Elesh Norn. Or Wandering Emperor, rather. Not Elesh Norn. We gotta kill this Shieldred. Get rid of the Shieldred. Go to combat. Hit you with the Angel. I mean, we're Back up to 10? All right, back up to 10. Play the land. I mean, if we can Elesh Norn and play something with it to draw cards, we're kind of right back into doing things. Haven't played a game of MTG since Mind Over Matter was popular. Whoo, we have Eternal Wander. We just have not drawn Eternal Wander. We have mostly just been drawing lands. Ooh. Well, I mean, okay, that's something. That's something we can do with Elesh Norn. Get in with the Angel. Wow, if our opponent's just gonna do nothing. Elesh Norn. Haha. Lauren. Double it up. Panharmonicon. Out of here, Reckoner Bankbuster and Treasure Token. No treasures for you. Okay. Okay. That was good. That was good. We're seeing the value of Elesh Norn opponent. Copy a Rototropic with Jaxus and sack it to the Legendary. Rototropic will make copy a Rototropic, then Jaxus dies, you get 2 Jaxuses. Yeah, the synergies of the deck are so sweet. So sweet. I just haven't, boy, I wish everything didn't cost 4 and 5 mana. That's the challenge. Yeah, I do not know what's going on. Opponent drew a lot of cards off of Bankbuster and they have done nothing with them. Gix's command to, wow, all right, grows the Tenacious Underdog, kills Elesh Norn, goes attacking. Ooh. Well, Eternal Wander. Go to combat, hit ya. Blink the Underdog out of here. Get rid of those counters. Okay, there's the Eternal Wander opponent. Yeah, Gix's command is really come on. That was a card that seemed pretty bad, but it started to see a decent amount of play. All right, let's see this deck. Mondrax Spark. Ooh. Gala Greeters. Gleeful. Ooh. I like the Gleeful Demolitions. All will be one super cool. I think the treasure, I'm intrigued by the treasure production with Mondrak. Like free stimulus package, free big scores. The synergies are really sweet. I really like the synergies. Opponent passes. We draw another Plains. Hit you with the Archangel of Wrath. Wow. Okay. I mean, we're kind of right back in this game. Yeah, let's start making samurais, I guess. Pass the turn. All right. Well, maybe our opponent's holding a handful of cut downs. That would make sense. Cut down doesn't have a lot of targets. Yikes. Okay. About it. Do they hit the Wanderer, or do they hit us and draw a card? All right, they're gonna hit us. Draw a card. Yeah, the blinking the prototype plan got a lot more possible. Oh my god, so many lands. So many lands. Well, all right, Eternal Wanderer.
Finish this here and now.
We'll keep the Angel. We'll play the land. Stay on defense. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of just one of the only pseudo sweepers that Black has access to. Black has like no Wrath in the standard. Yeah, Eternal Wanderer's a really good card. It is really, well, if we're gonna keep drawing lands, we want them to scry at least. Come on. We have card draw in the... Okay, that's a Spirited Companion. I was going to say, I swear we have card draw in this deck. I really truly promise there is card draw in this deck. There's a lot of card draw in this deck. All right, we're going to pass. Try to keep our Eternal Wanderer. Pass the turn. Path the Peril is good if you have white. You got to have the white mana, though. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we knew this was going to happen eventually, and it just happened. Yeah, this is bad now. This is bad. Oh, we need a Panharmonicon. We need an Elesh Norn now that we... Well, maybe the Spirited Companion will find something. The problem is our opponent's going to keep drawing cards every turn with this underdog. They're at 19. All right, we really need the Spirited Companion to hit something else good. Okay, Sanctuary Warden counts. That definitely counts. That's what we got. 4 Sanctuary Wardens in the deck. All right, that's what we were hoping for. And Eternal Wonder. Okay, things have taken a turn. Past the turn. No Panharmonicon, but we're in decent shape now. Opponent going to blitz Tenacious Underdog. Sure. Graveyard Trespasser. Also sure. Sure. That was a good dog. That was a really good dog. Yeah, this has been a close game. This has been a very close, interesting game. Opponent plays a land out of cards. Goes attacking. Chump. Opponent. What are we doing with Lily? Hey, welcome, Mewtwo. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, these are the fun games that are just like highly interactive, back and forth. Ooh, hopefully they don't draw like an instant speed removal spell. I'll go to combat. Attack Lily. Remove the counter, make a token. Kill the Lily. Ambitious Farmhand, get a land. I think we have enough planes for lay down arms, right? Play the land, Eternal Wander. Eternal Wander, blink the Sanctuary Warden. No removal, okay. Get it back, draw a card, make a token. Look who's pulling ahead. It's all about the dog. The dog is the card that got us back into this. Opponent, Phyrexian Fleshgorger. And blitzes the Tenacious Underdog. I mean, double Sanctuary Warden with Eternal Wander is ridiculous. Autumn Jake, welcome to the Fishbowl. If only we had an Elesh Norn. Oh, we would be really going off. Really? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop here for you. Thank you. Do you think that Stifle could be a mono-white deck? Yeah, I mean, I could see Stifle being mono-white. Block. Wait. I don't know who Mewtwo is. Who is Mewtwo? Should I know that name? Is it a cat? Well, okay. Get in with Sanctuary Warden, draw a card. Are we gonna mill out? Is that where? Oh my god, more lands. Play another Sanctuary Warden. Draw another card. Oh my god, even more lands. Blink the Sanctuary Warden. Play one of our many lands. Get back the Sanctuary Warden. Remove a counter. Draw a card. Okay. Sanctuary Warden Tron. Sanctuary Warden Tron. About it. It's Pokemon? I'm gonna have to Google this. Mewtwo is a artificial Pokemon with bipedal humanoid Pokemon with feline features. How did Mew become Mewtwo? Wow, there's a lot of information about Mewtwo on here. Opponent's going face. Well, block. All right. Fleshgorger down. Opponent back up to 12. Both are facing down. Oh my god, they got another. This doesn't matter though, right? Is this game? Do we get there? Do we take down my... Oh! Kick it. Now we definitely got there. Kick it. Hit your face. No Panharmonicon, but what a game. What a game and what a win. Opponent down to 8. Go to combat. Attack. And opponent scoops it up, and that was an impressive game. one of the better Trons. Not quite as good as Panharmonicon, but not bad, not bad. Yeah, that was a really good game to kick off the stream. Very, very interactive, back and forth, close game. We are really far behind to start, and finally we hit our card draw, and that solved all of life's issues. Wait, so is Pokemon worth knowing about? I know a lot of people love Pokemon. I've never gotten into Pokemon. Should I? Yes. Do you, so, Magikarp, do you, like, follow the franchise, or do you actually play the game, or both? I mean, I know what Pokemon is, but I don't know who, like, I know that Pokemon exists, and it's another game. I didn't know who Mewtwo was, like, Charizard, I know that's like the Black Lotus of Pokemon, right? Basically, as far as like the most iconic, like first printing, super expensive card. I know that, but that's about the extent of my Pokemon knowledge. Charizard, no, not Charizard. That's a magic card. Charizard. They're very close. Charizard. Oh, it's Charlotte. Wait, is Pokemon just two things mashed together? Is that all it is? Like a thing and another thing, and you smash them together? Oh, we should have sideboarded, shouldn't we? I didn't realize that it's just, oh. Sneaky Pokemons. All right, we probably want things that can kill, oh my goodness. Things that can kill planeswalkers. We're gonna want to touch, oh, we're gonna run out of time. We are going to run out of time here. Okay, we sort of made it. Stop, you sound ridiculous. I always sound ridiculous. Oh, that's nothing new. I mean, I do enjoy trolling. Has anyone got to play Commander now that 1 is out? I'm curious. I might have had to come back and guest on Commander Clash this week for Phyrexia week. For no apparent reason. There's no reason I would want to come back and play a game of Commander with a certain card. I'm curious if anyone else has played with it yet. Specifically about the poison. Like, how was your experience with poison, Ben? I think you missed my first message, but I was wondering if you'd check out my list and maybe give me advice for the sideboard. Oh, sure. Izzy, can you send me your list or send it to me again? Elesh Norn destroyed it. Ooh. Ooh. Well, now our hand is all lands. All lands in a Sanctuary Warden. Poison has been disappointing as in not strong enough. You know, land going to the bottom. I mean, if somehow our stuff lives, Elesh Norn into Sanctuary Warden is absurd. About it. Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, that duress got us pretty good. About it. Please fire up your Reckoner Bankbuster. We would love to kill it. Bonavasses. Oh, yeah, even more lands. Well, Crystal Grotto. Oh, ossification. How are we going to do this? Are we going to discard Elesh Norn? That feels so bad. We need to kill this Graveyard Trespasser. Oh. All right, we're going to discard a land. We're going to discard a land and trust that we hit more. Discard the plains. Archburglar Lord, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you. Would it be possible to send a deck? How would one send a deck for a possible video or feature? So you can send me one. You can send me one right here in the chat if you'd like to. You can also email me deck list, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Those are the best ways. If you're hoping to get it considered for a video, I think emailing is better. Stream decks are great for us looking at and talking it on stream, but odds of me still having it by the time the stream ends is pretty low. But if you send it to my email, then I definitely have a hard copy. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? All right, more graveyard trespassing. Oh, all right. Get drained. You know the opponent's gonna have a bunch of removal in hand. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Gliss is a sweet card. Thoughts of the result on the pull after Tomers. Wait, what pull are we talking about? Well, this is so awkward, but I kind of feel like the right thing to do is discard Elesh Norn. Like, I kind of feel like that's the right play. It sounds so wrong to say, because we're here to play Elesh Norn, but black is like the hardest matchup. They just have so many ways to kill it. All right, we'll play it. We came here to play Elesh Norn. We're gonna play Elesh Norn. I can't bring myself to discard it. Anyway, you bring back the MOMo-White deck for best of 3. I mean, we're MOMo-White now. It's not the exact build from Against Odds, but yeah, I mean, playing that one again is definitely a possibility too. The 5-color one is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, everything is bad if the opponent has Invoke. That's one thing about Invoke Justice. No matter what you have, it's bad. Opponent draws a card. Untaps. Black deck, 5 cards in hand. Can you live, Elesh Norn? Can we get a trigger? Have we gotten a single Elesh Norn trigger yet? I don't feel like we have. Okay, yeah, that's one of the things we knew was possible. Would really love to draw a land to play Sanctuary Warden. That would be super helpful here. You know what? If we don't draw a land, our love of Panharmonicon. Okay, we draw a land. I was gonna say our love of Panharmonicon might just kill us because we could have held on to that land. Yeah, we did scry 2 with a Grotto, didn't we? Own it. Boy, Invoke Justice is such a brutal card. Okay. Give stuff -2, -2. And I think our last game, it was really Eternal Wanderer that pulled us ahead. That was a card that really pulled us ahead. Hey, what's up, Badger? How are you? Tenacious Underdog. Opponent gonna do some crewing and attacking. Yep. Really? Wait, can't we just block this? Oh, can we afford to block? What ways do we have of winning this game? So if we block, they're going to kill the Sanctuary Warden. If we don't block, you know what? I think we got to take it. We need the card draw. We need to get in this attack and get the Elesh Norn. Oh, that's actually kind of big. Literally kind of big. So play the land. Go to combat attack. Remove the counter, draw a card. Oh, another mom. Okay. Opponent is going to kill the angel. Sure. Will Elesh Norn. Ossification. Double trouble. Get rid of the underdog. Get rid of the graveyard trespasser. Oh. Discard ossification. We're gonna keep the mom. We're gonna keep the mom. We're super dead to invoke. Invoke gets us so bad. Shieldred. Oh no. Also pretty dead to Shieldred. Our love of mom. Our love of mom is going to kill us. Opponent cruise attacks. I guess we should have held the ossification instead of the mom, because mom does not beat Shieldred. And dead. Eternal Wanderer is, I would say, probably the best card in the set. I think there's a pretty realistic chance that it's just like literally the single best card in the whole set. Or at least very close to it. Kind of wish we had Reckoner Bankbusters. Maybe we gotta keep the Combat Thresher. What do we do about Invoke Justice? What does MOMo-White do about Invoke Justice? Maybe something like this? Swap ossification for lay down arms or farewell. Maybe. We need to not die quickly. Ossification does get rid of, like, as much as I think that even in a 2-color deck, lay down arms is fine, there is going to be a challenge of, can this actually get like a Shieldred or something? That's a lot of planes. Well, we can try it. Maybe we go with like bigger removal spells. Like farewells and... I mean, I guess we started with 5 lands too. 5 lands wedding announcement, we got hit by duress. Maybe another Wandering Emperor? Are we supposed to cut a mom? Oh, I really don't want to cut a mom. That's the whole reason we're here. All right, let's try it like that. I've been enjoying this deck in Standard. Ooh, we need Mana Tithe in Standard. We need a Mana Tithe in Standard. Yeah, hitting the... I mean, Farewell is very strong. All right, on the play, that's good. The most expensive hand in the history of Magic, but we will keep. I mean, we got a lot of power. We got a lot of power. Should we actually get to it? I've been loving this deck. Ooh, Gauntlet Proliferate. That looks fun. I mean, yeah, it reminds me a little bit of a very non-budget version of the Proliferate poison control deck we played. Except rather than trying to poison, the Proliferate's mostly working with the Planeswalkers. That looks really sweet. Ooh, Ambitious Farmhand. That's not bad. That hits another land. We just need to hit our lands and curve out mostly. That is the main goal. Ambitious Farmhand. Grab us a plains. Opponent's going to kill it. Sure. Well, there's the plains. Play the bum. Pass the turn. Opponent. Graveyard Trespass. Ugh, we actually... kind of wanted that to stay in the graveyard. I'll play the plains and Archangel of Wrath. No kicker. No kicker. I was wondering what your thoughts were the results of the poll after your debate with Tomer. All right, more removal. Opponent. Tenacious Underdog. Gets in, eats the Archangel. Boy, if they follow this up with Invoke Despair, I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry. Sure, play a mom. Can we keep a mom for once and not get Invoke Despaired? Invoke is so brutal here. If we untap with mom, though, and play this Sanctuary Warden, oh my goodness. We are off to the races. We are off to the races. Oh, don't look at the Elesh Norn. Opponent, leave our mom alone. We love our mom. Yeah, I saw the poll. Last I saw it was like, oh, sweet mother. All right, opponent. Give you 2 counters. Has removal spell number 40. Oh. Now what? Boy, they killed our mom so many times. We had so many sweet cards, only for our opponent to kill them for 2 mana. Yeah, I mean, I guess we probably have to just farewell. Lay down arms. Not looking great here. Well, farewell, creatures, graveyards. Nuke 'em all, nuke 'em all. Come on, no land invoke despair, please, please, please. Sheoldred is just like so brutal. Land. Well, no land invoke despair. Well, land Sanctuary Warden. Okay, now we need to find a Sheoldred answer, hopefully. Oh, opponent. Oops. Wow. Wow. I actually did that same exact thing. You see, each player sacks a creature and you just snap it. And it actually has another word down below that says token. I've done literally that same exact thing. Because the way this is formatted is pretty deceptive. It is pretty deceptive. Opponent getting in there. Well, we will block with a token. Opponent sure draws a card. Well, hopefully it's comeback time. Sanctuary Warden, get in, remove a counter, draw a card. Okay, that's an answer for Sheoldred. That's huge. That's huge. Play the land. Play the Spirited Companion, draw a card. Woof woof. Ariel SW handing out a bunch of gift subs. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Handing out gift subs to Nadi and KD7 and Water Arco and Bichimele and Freedom Bandito. Welcome, y'all. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just copy and paste a link. We'll link the deck in chat. Manalist Grambino, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your oh my god. Thank you that's probably game. This is how we won game 1. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is how we won game 1. Eternal Wanderer. We're gonna do a little blinking of the Sanctuary Warden. You might have killed our mom, but her children are out for revenge. Remove the counter. Opponent. You need something pretty spectacular. You need something pretty spectacular. Opponent. We have a new donation from Mela. $5 donation. I recently did a bunch of labbing with sword point diplomacy decks. Added Urza Saga to search for Azure Orb to combo with Vito. Curious if you want the deck list or if chat is interested in seeing it. Hey Mila, I would love to see it. The Diplomo Burm deck was just so hilarious. So yeah, I'd love to see an updated version of it. All right, Sheoldred. And land. Did that punt lose our opponent the game? Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. Did the punt actually lose our opponent the game? Opponent passes. Kill Sheoldred. Opponent draws a card. We don't technically have lethal. Not quite. Go to combat, hit ya, remove the counter, draw a mom. Oh, opponent goes to 3. Mom. Blink. Sanctuary Warden. Play the land. Mom is back. Mom is back. Oh, yes. Trigger, trigger. Remove a counter. Remove another counter. Make tokens for days. And that should do it. That should do it. Opponent going to kill our little things. Okay. I mean, we're still good, right? We still got to be good. Opponent. Elesh Norn. Undefeated. Champion of Standard. Taking on the black decks. Purplesaurus Rex. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you put the Diplomo Burm deck in chat? We removed one counter from the Eternal Wanderer. Not getting that EDB. No. Mom says no. An opponent. Scoops it up. Okay, so Chad, did we break it? 1-0 at Platinum. Did we break standard with Elesh Norn? I'm playing the Goldfish now. All right, let's look at this Punisher Bird deck before the deck. I mean, that went really well. That was a very close, interesting match. 100% undefeated. Modern Punisher Bird. So ideas for sideboard: Swift Spear, Vexing Devil, Shieldred. I mean, I think the idea is fun. It does remind me of the old Punisher Burn deck. Oh, Dash Hopes. You know you're deep in the Punisher plan when you've gotten to Dash Hopes. Sideboard wise, so anti-life gain makes sense. Thoughtseize makes sense. I mean, the sideboard doesn't look bad to me. I might add I mean, it seems reasonable. I don't know if the full 4 Roiling Vortexes are necessary or not, but that seems like a pretty reasonable hand. I will say, and this might be a budget thing, this mana base seems very risky with Blood Moon. So if I was going to build a 2-color Blood Moon mana base, I would have at least 8 fetches, and preferably like 10 fetches, all of them that can get basic swamps. And then you can have like a mountain or whatever, and then you can fetch out your blood crypts and you can fetch out your swamps if you bring in the blood moons. So that's just something to keep in mind. With just the 4 Bloodstained Mires and a bunch of like Sulphurous Springs and Blackleaf Glyphs, you are going to get yourself with Blood Moon a reasonable amount of the time when you bring it in. So that's another little consideration. But yeah, but overall, maybe more Graveyard Hate. 1 Unlicensed Hearse is a little light. So maybe I trim a little on make a little on Roiling Vortex, add another Unlicensed Hearse, or maybe Leyline of the Void over Unlicensed Hearse. But overall, I think it's heading in a pretty good direction. Is Tie for Stand good? I mean, if you got to protect something, yeah. The ability to use as a pump spell is really powerful. Like, it's 1 mana protect, which is good. And then it can also be like, dump all your mana into it, pump it, and kill someone. Like, adding those together is pretty good. Yeah, the fetch lands are really key with Blood Moon, to be able to fetch the non-mountain basics from your deck. How many fetchables would you play with 12 fetch lands in the deck? So if I was building that same mana base and I had 12 fetches, maybe it'd be like 10 fetches, but yeah, say I had 12 fetches, it would probably be like 3 swamps, a mountain, 3 blood crypts. So what's that, 7 fetchables? It'd probably be 1 land, 1 keep. 1 land, 1 keep. If we hit 1 land, this is the classic commander question. Do you keep 1 land rampant growth? This is really 1 land 2 rampant growth, because if we draw the first land, we have double ambitious farmhand and we're good. I mean, double ambitious farmhand and we got Mom. This is the 1 land nut draw. Yeah, one land, 1 keep. We'll be good. We're on Elesh Norn's side. All will be one. There's no way Arena is not going to give us a land. Oh my god, that's an ambitious. Oh jeez. Okay, or maybe they'll mock us with ambitious farmhands. Okay, we're good, right? Haha, never punished. And now we have 3 ambitious farmhands. We are going to ambitiously farm up some planes. Hey, Boxy! Welcome, Raiders! Hopefully you had a wonderful stream. Hello, everyone. We're just keeping one-landers and playing Elesh Norns. No big deal. Pretty typical stuff around here. Yeah, let's get rid of this Goblin token. Our opponent opponent's got a lot of colors of mana. So this has got to be a domain deck. Elesh Norn Shutdown Leyline Binding, which is big. Oh boy, yeah, Elesh Norn's probably actually very good if we get it down. Opponent passes. Well, land. Do some ambitious farming. Thank you for the raid, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. It is mommy time. We have mommy issues. Ambitious farmhand. Am I planning to build Elesh Norn Ideation paper? Honestly, probably not. So one thing I've learned about paper. Oh boy, this Elesh Norn might actually be absurd here. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent has. I guess the Cammy War gets us if our opponent's doing that. Oh, Elesh Norn would have been good against that. Opponent gets in, hits us. Yup. Down to 60. One thing I've learned from having a Yarok deck in paper is I actually don't play it that much because I feel bad. It's too... In some ways, it's just too powerful, so I end up not playing it. All right. No Cammy War. As long as our opponent's not Cammy Warring, that's not going to do what you want. Lesson taught. Yes. Oh, come on now. Really? Really? You also have it. Okay. Well, things were looking good for a minute. Now we got to deal with this, which I don't know how that's gonna happen. Return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each opponent discards a card. And then it flips. Oh, how do we... Oh, we... Opponent threw away the leyline binding and we're still in trouble. Okay, now we have decisions. We're at 12. Vorinclex. Yeah, we need Vorinclex to go along with our Elesh Norn. I want to play Sanctuary Warden. Oh, I guess, okay. So I think this is fine. Yeah, let's just Sanctuary Warden. Remove a counter, draw a card. Oh, and we hit ossification. Okay, this is actually very good now. So opponent can bounce something. Okay, gonna pick up the leyline binding. We will discard Archangel of Wrath for now. Opponent plays a land. Drag to the bottom, sweeps the board. Well, replay Mom. How's that leyline binding looking, opponent? Crystal Grotto, double trouble. Ooh, yes, we will keep Combat Thresher. I love Cammy War. This deck is super fun. I haven't played it since we've gotten Phyrexia, but we played it pre-Phyrexia, and it is just super fun to play. Made everyone concede. Lord Urza, eh? Opponent cycles. Opponent passes. Well, okay, Combat Thresher. Double trouble. Double trouble. Trigger, trigger. Draw 2. Panharmonicon. Okay, Crystal Grotto. Trigger, trigger. Double trouble. Oh, Elesh Norn. When you untap with a Panharmonicon, it's got to be one of the best feelings in Magic, right? Oh, touch the Spirit Realm too. Ossification. Ossification. Get rid of the Okagachi. Out of here. Hit you with Mom. And I guess we might as well Spirited Companion too. Get in with Mom. Put it down to 14. Spirited Companion. Draw 2. Alright, pass the turn. There is a deck looks sweet. I like it. It does look... And about it, scoops it up. Elesh Norn, too good. Yeah, Ossification, very, very, very good card in this deck when it's not getting blown up. Is there any reason Ossification enchants a land? As far as flavor, I don't think so. Wow, this deck does look, it does look brutal. Got a lot of strong cards in it for sure. Maul the Skyclave, eh? That's spicy. I don't know about Maul. But yeah, that looks sweet. Ossification, I think the idea is just to power it down a little bit, honestly. Like, having it only hit a basic land kind of restricts it to mostly monocolor or two-color decks. I think Wizards didn't want it to be a card that was like, could go in any deck, essentially, because it's a very splashable mana cost. So I think they were trying to, like, narrow down the number of decks that it could go into, more or less. Yeah, there's Chain to the Rocks, Enchants the Mountain. What's the snow one? There was a Modern Horizons, snow one. Oh, hey, I found the list, Namicon. What are we bringing in? Farewell's probably always brutal. Lauren seems good. Maybe Banishing Slash, go down. Couple laydown arms. An ossification. One touch the spirit realms, and yeah, maybe get on all the laydown arms. Let's run it like that. Let's see this updated veto deck. Ooh, so I mean, Urza Saga is definitely gonna up the power just because that card's busted. So we can get the Zurin Orb. That's kind of a cute combo. So you can get Veto, Urza Saga up Zurin Orb, and just sack your mana base. That's really sneaky. I like it. I really like that's a really cool addition to the deck that I think definitely makes it more powerful. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. That in specific is my favorite part for sure. How's it been working? Ragavan on the other hand. Ragavan. Can a deck be... This deck is so cool, but this brings back the age-old question. Can a deck be cool and spicy if it's playing Ragavan? But no, seriously though, that looks really sweet. Ragavan's aside. On Thin Ice, yeah, On Thin Ice was the snow one I was thinking of. That one's also pretty good. This Lauren should be good against this deck. About it. Fable of the Mia Breakout. Well, let's just get rid of the Goblin. Play the land, play the Lauren. Blow up the Fable. Mom is on her way. Zeus's Many Journeys. Oh, farewell. Fare thee well. Well, get him and Lauren. We're probably going to start drawing cards with this. I don't like letting our opponent draw cards, but do we just do it now? Yeah, we'll wait. Pass the turn. Hey, Seth, good to see ya. Combo Sahili and Luxor. Ooh. We have some spice, Dewey Daniel. Well, all right, let's each draw a card, opponent. Group hug. Elesh Norn. It's a hug from mom. Land go. Hit ya. Lauren's going all the way. Opponent does some flipping. Pass. Well, we're gonna keep group hugging. Group hugging? What did I just say? Group hugging. Keep group hugging. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's mom time. Run out, mom. Crystal Grotto, double trigger. Sneaky Skyland synergies. Current trying to build Abzan Might Toxic Aggro with Mondrak. Not going well. Whew, I've definitely played against a bunch of... we already got a farewell. A bunch of Abzan Toxic decks, or various colors of Toxic decks. I still have not gotten a good sense of how strong that archetype is. Like, it can certainly run you over. If you stumble, it can just straight up run you over. Well, mom's got a big butt for blocking. Drag to the bottom. All right, well, let's each draw a card. This deck needs evasion like Skrelv to be good. Skrelv could be interesting. Well, I guess we do the same thing. Elesh Norn. Double Scry. Trigger. We got so many ossifications, but they're... Okay, I wish we had that in hand. Oh, if we get to untap and double Spirited Companion, that would be really nice. Aww. Alright, opponent actually has a plan. Oh. Whoa! Whoa. Settle down there, opponent. Alright. Well, yeah, that is Atraxa. Gets a land and a Cameo and a cut down. Well. This is gonna get interesting. Yeah, no battle revealed. Opponent low rolled. Whiffed on the battle. If you want to be confused by a deck, this is 4-color Legacy Painter. The problem is we really don't want to... We know they have Cameo. We really don't want to ossify Atraxa and then have our opponent Cameo the ossification and just get it back. That seems like the worst. Because then they just draw a bunch more cards. But if we do nothing... Well, okay. Arena really doesn't like tapping these Crystal Grottos. Let's... this would be so sweet if we had Mom out, but this is still fine. I think we just gotta bait the Cameo out of our opponent's hand, essentially, is the idea. Well, hit ya. Bait the Cameo and then farewell away everything and go from there, I think is what that's what we would like to do. Yeah, I mean, Atraxa is 1,000,000 mana, but if you can cast it, it is a magic card. Opponent hits us with a 7/7. Yeah. Creatures and enchantments and maybe graveyards? Yeah, let's hit graveyards too. Alright. Well, that gets rid of Atraxa and Cameo at least. In theory. Okay, opponent just cycles. That is fine. Yeah, maybe ossification isn't actually that good. It seems like it gets blown up a lot. It double triggers with Elesh Norn, but it also just gets blown up a ton. I mean, I guess we just pass? We're kind of at a standstill. We need card draw. Opponent land and passes. Oh. Ooh. Mom is 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do it this way. Let's Eternal Wander. Mega Samurai. Pass the turn. If we can draw one more land, we can Elesh Norn Sanctuary Warden all in one turn. That would be really good. Opponent. Cameo War returns. Yeah. Yeah, Cameo is really good. The Jimothy! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Speaking of Standstill, how do you feel about Standstill in Modern? I mean, it would probably be fine, right? Do we even play this here? Yeah, I guess. Sanctuary Warden. Remove a counter, draw even more lands. Well, pass the turn. Opponent. Alright, that's fine. Discard an ossification. This sets us up for the Elesh Norn play we were hoping for, I think. Ugh. Oh, opponent has late game for days. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we might be losing this one. We might be losing this one. Courier's briefcase makes a token. Whew. Unleash the Inferno. Opponent's just gonna kill it, aren't they? And there's another. Oh my goodness. How do you be Infinite Atraxas? I mean, Brutal Cathar has the same issues and doesn't hit Planeswalkers, but it has the similar issue that it dies. But it's also a good card. Yeah, opponent might be going over the top. Well, play the land. Play Elesh Norn. This Unleash the Inferno's an issue. Sanctuary Warden. Opponent kills Elesh Norn. Yeah, our opponent has actually outdrawn our Panharmonicons just by constantly killing them. Ooh, Banishing Slash is actually decent. What we're really trying to set up is this Eternal Wanderer Wrath mode to leave our opponent with just a token. That's the best outcome here. Leyline Binding. Okay. Goes attacking. No blocks. Do you think Flip Sagas are a mistake? Nah, Flip Sagas are sweet. I like Flip Sagas. Okay, well, here goes nothing. 1, 2. Eternal Wanderer. Take down.
Surrender now, and we all leave with our lives.
Yup, opponent cycles. We'll keep a token. You'll keep a token. One, two, three, four, five, six. Hmm. Wow, this is awkward, but we're actually gonna ossify the token, I think. Get rid of the token to protect our Eternal Wanderer. Hit you for... Actually, you know what? No attacks. Pass the turn. That 1 damage is not going to matter. Pass the turn. Ugh, even more Leyline Bindings. Sure. Well, I don't think we can play it this turn. Oh my goodness. Maybe our opponent will mill themselves out. Another Cameo. These aren't even good Atraxas, really. Like, they're only hitting 2 or 3 usually per Atraxa, so it's not like max value Atraxas, but this is I can't believe we're still alive, honestly, after the 3rd Atraxa. Like, that by itself is kind of mind-blowing that we're even still sort of in this game. Opponent keeps running stuff out, keeps running stuff out. Ambitious Farm Hand. So... Elesh Norn. Play Elesh Norn. Maybe we just need to be playing Atraxa. That's the issue. Get rid of the Leyline Binding. Get back the Sanctuary Warden. Double triggers. Remove some counters. That's a land. Okay, Spirited Companion. Draw 2. Okay, we're drawing cards now. Lauren, okay, Lauren. Add that to the mix. Yes. Is mom coming through? Leyline Binding. Azusa's Many Journeys. Opponent cycles. Okay. Blow it up. Get back our Eternal Wanderer. Blink. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this without dying? What a turn! What a turn! What a turn! That's a power of Panharmonicon! Oh, okay, what's the next step? We know there's a Camior. There's an Atraxa. We can Wrath, but it's not great. Blink Atraxa till they mill out. It's actually kind of a funny idea. Kind of want to just draw a card. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do this for now. Let's just blink Sanctuary Warden, play the land. No attacks. Get back Sanctuary Warden. Remove a counter, draw a card.
Is that all?
Remove a counter, draw a card. Well, that was a turn. That was a turn. About it. Oh yeah, you're right. If we have Elesh Norn out, then Atraxa doesn't actually work. But they have the Camior, which we know can deal with Elesh Norn, so we know they can. They have the answer in hand. How many of these do they have left? I feel like we have slogged through so many of these. So this is the third Camior, third Atraxa. Oh. So much. And they find a Leyline Binding. Wow, hits the Eternal Wander. Okay. About it. Attacks with both. Well, kill the spider. Take 7. Down to 2. About it. How about playing your courier briefcase, opponent? How about giving us a 1/1 for our Wraths? Drag to the bottom. Yup. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Oh, we've done so well, too. Ambitious Farmhand. Grabs the planes out of the deck. Play the plane. Spirited Companion. Into Archangel of Wrath. Wow, we really have to blink Atraxa, don't we? This just gives our opponent so many cards. Yeah, this has felt like a game of Commander almost. Well, blank the Atraxa. Play the Archangel of Wrath. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Picks up the Leyline Binding. Camior's a really good card. It's a really good card. Leyline Binding. Back again. What is the battle card type? We don't know yet. It hasn't been announced. About it. Another Wrath. 14 cards left in our opponent's deck. And here comes Atraxa. So how do we stop this? Is there a way? We've seen our opponent's entire deck. So the problem is what? Camior? it's Cammy. If we can keep the... yeah, now we're dead. So if we can keep Cammy, maybe we need Stonebrain. I mean, not that this is like a... not that this is like a matchup you'll ever play again. But maybe we need Stone Rain. I mean, the Cammy War is the only way for our opponent to stop Elesh Norn, or very close to the only way. They might add one other removal spell, but the Cammy War can deal with Elesh Norn, which lets Atraxa work. If we have Elesh Norn, Atraxa isn't actually an issue. Oh, all right, we're gonna have to go up the Fateful Absences, down the Ossifications, up the Touch the Spirit Realms. I guess if that's going to be the grindiest game of all time, then, like, Wedding Announcement, Sarah Paragon, maybe? Stone Brain. Like, if we could just Stone Brain Cammy, then I think we're good. Like, that would do it. I guess Archangel of Wrath's pretty bad in this matchup, right? It doesn't really do anything. It just... I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. Tempted to... yeah, we can't really cut a land. Something like that, I guess. Oh, Bear does the same thing, Stone Rain. I'll be recording a video with Bear in the name, and it'll come running. Lay down arms, 7 Planeses. That's a lot. That is a lot. Well... alright, this hand's not fast, but it does have a Sanctuary Warden, and Farewell is good against our opponent's deck. We'll see. What's the clock looking like? 20 minutes, 13 minutes. Oh, we're not going to win by clock. Well, okay, Spirited Companion. That's a redraw. Wandering Emperor would be good removal, but Atraxa doesn't tap. It has Vigilance, so there's actually, it doesn't deal with the biggest threat, really. How about it? Puts another land into play. Well, play the land. Hit ya, pass the turn. Opponent. Wonder if he gets offended when we say hate Bear. I don't think he's that smart. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Bruno? How are you? I'm doing well. Oh, come on now. Well, I mean, I guess that's the power of being 5 colors. You can play... literally any Magic the Gathering cards you want. You name it, you can play it. Well, run out the Archangel, hit ya. I don't think we can win before our opponent gets Atraxa down. We're just not aggro enough. I think that's probably the easiest way to beat this deck, is just beat them before they get to the Atraxa stage of the game. Opponent runs out a little spider. Well, play the land. Oh, and I guess we just gotta pass. Oh, about it, Debs. Hey, what's up, ZDMDG? It's been super fun so far. Well, feels like an Atraxa's around the corner. Sanctuary Warden. Draw. Oh, land number 40. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a lot of lands. Opponent has the drag to the bottom. Well, play the land, pass the turn. So many lands. Opponent draws 10. Actually, just 5. Oh, do you play tabletop? Like, play a little Commander now and then, but not a, wow, and they have a, wow, okay, jeez. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty over. Well, the upside of our deck is it usually can go over the top of just about anyone, but it is not going over the top of the 5-color Cammy or Atraxa Greed pile. That's for sure. That is for sure. We have actually found a deck that just goes, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Well, that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, Atraxa does seem good in Cammy War. I'm curious. I wonder if that deck has any shot against like the top tier of the meta. Maybe I'll have to try it again. Always have fun when we play Cammy War decks, but I don't know. What do you do against Make Disappear? Like, what do you do against people that just like have disdainful strokers? Like answers that MOMo-White doesn't have access to. Yeah. Yeah, either like mono red or the decks that actually can counter things. Hey Seth, are you interested in Tawnos the Toymaker Historic Brawl? Ooh, yeah, we played a bit of Tawnos Historic Brawl not that long ago during the viewer battle stream. It's definitely a fun archetype. If you want to play kind of I would say that Tawnos is maybe lower powered, but oh no, we can't even keep this. All the 6-drops and none of the ways to get to 6 mana. Well, all right. This'll kind of work. Land you. Yeah, Tawnos is super fun. Well, lay down arms. Yeah, we don't really want that. Ambitious farmhand. Snag planes. Yeah, we did a viewer battle stream the stream before Phyrexia early access, so like a week ago. People always love it though, so I think we're gonna try to do them slightly more often. Seems like that's the feedback from the people that played in it, at least, is they want more viewer battle streams. I'm starting to think we just gotta cut ossification. Glissa. On second thought, maybe ossification's the best. Lay down arms. We're doing a lot of scrying of lay down arms to the bottom. Wow. Arena really hates the idea of tapping a Crystal Grotto. Arena values this like it's a 5-color land when it is very much not. Glissa again. Well, okay. Manually tap. Spirited Companion, draw a card. Planes. Pass the turn. Does Richard think any cards in Standard are good? Richard hasn't, I don't think, played any Standard since the set came out. So I don't think he knows yet. I'm sure he will at some point. Ooh, Thrane. Well, playing the land, Sanctuary Warden. Opponent's getting frisky over there. Oh boy. Whenever you draw 2 Sanctuary Wardens, life is usually decent. How about it? Fable of the Meow Breaker. And Fable of the Meow Breaker. Opponent. It does have trample. Throne has a lot of damage, isn't it? Maybe Throne's pretty good. Blockless. Take our beads. You know what's gonna be good though? 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a red. We're gonna be able to snipe both of these goblins here, even without Mom. Archangel of Wrath. Kick it again. Snipe a goblin. Snipe a goblin. Hit you with Sanctuary Warden. Pass the turn. Yeah, I wonder, I mean, opponent's playing a lot of cool new cards. Thrawn I think is good. Gliss I also think can be good. It depends on, Gliss is another card that's not great against the black decks. It's really good against decks that can't easily just snipe it. Like, it's absurd in combat. Against a deck like ours, I mean, we can kill it with some things, but against a deck like ours, it's really good. You just, first starting Death Touch means you can never take it down in combat, but against black decks, it just dies. Is this the official Twitch channel for the website? It is! This is the official MTG Goldfish Twitch. I'm Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, the content manager for MTG Goldfish. And we stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, typically, as our normal streaming schedule. How are you, Dead Diablo? Yes, our tokens are good at jumping, Glizza, that is true. Riveteer's Charm to draw... Wow, opponents. Fable of the Mirror Breaking for days. I kind of like where we're at, though. At some point, this Eternal Wanderer is going to get our opponent good. I think that's what we're trying to set up is... Okay, there's a Fable. I think we're trying to set up the Eternal Wanderer just like... Ooh. Hard Wrath. Actually, no, our opponent's dying, aren't they? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we have lethal. Okay. On second thought, how about we win the game? Archangel of Wrath, another good Magic card. Oh, well, no mom, no problem this game. Float our manas, Archangel. Black, red. And opponent scoops it up. Irish Ranger. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Thank you. Hey, Snowfist, how are you? Welcome. So what's your favorite thing that you've done in Standard so far? So as content manager, do you also work with Crim, Phil, and Tomer in regards to what and when to release videos? Yeah, so really, for the most part, everyone kind of more or less does their own stuff. There's times when we have some group stuff, podcast, Commander Clash, which is more planning. But normally, like, if Phil wants to make a video, he can make a video. If Tomer has a theme he wants, like a budget commander he wants to make, he just makes the budget commander. So there is some like back and forth. The main thing we talk about, especially Crim and I, is like trying to not play the same decks because we play so many decks on the YouTube. There's like 6 decks a week going up. So when a new set comes out, there's always danger that we're gonna end up overlapping. So that's one of the main things we discuss is just like, here's what I'm playing for the next week or whatever. So we try to avoid, I mean, it's going to happen because there's a finite amount of decks. It does help that Crim likes to play control and I don't usually play control. So I usually just let him play the control decks, but every once in a while we have the same days. If it's like a few weeks apart, it's fine, but we try not to like in the same week have the same exact archetype go up. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty self-sustaining. My theory is that the best content's the content people want to make. I think probably we could be more like hands-on and talk about, you should do this and that. But in general, I think the content's going to turn out best if it's something you're passionate about and that you like being like, oh, play this deck or something. It just feels weird because it's not going to be good content if you are not excited about playing that deck. So that's kind of my philosophy, at least. Yeah, maybe whoever said Lay Down's Arms is sketchy in this deck was right. It was definitely sketchy that game. Although Archangel of Wrath was really good. Oh boy, we're sideboarding horribly. Run it like that. So my project for the day was trying to make Ichor Moon Gauntlet work. Well, that and then Commander Clash. But this morning, that was my project. And I actually tried the stun counter card in one of the builds. It was mono blue, so I didn't really have many options for removal. It was okay. It's definitely not a real removal spell. When it works, it's really sweet. When you feel so smart. You feel so smart when you tap it down and proliferate, like, haha, like your creature's there, but it's not doing anything. You feel like you really got him. But then there's times when you just I don't draw my proliferate and it untaps, or it's a Shieldred and it kills me even though it's tapped down. Ugh. I think, well, maybe that's fine. 2 removal spells, maybe that's fine. What's your favorite card from 1? Mine is probably Skrelv. Mine is definitely new Elesh Norn. I mean, I love Panharmonicons. I really like the entire cycle of Mythic Panharmonicons. Those are definitely by far my favorite cards from the set. Oh, Fable of the Meowbreaker. Well, opponent's going off. Yeah, we definitely kept a slow hand this game. Well, get rid of the Goblin, pass the turn. Yeah, you could play Yarok and Elesh Norn and Panharmonicon. I don't know if you can really get away with playing that many because you need things that have enter the battlefield triggers, but... Ooh, Gliss is back. This time we do not have all the tokens either. Opponent smacks us. Well, Wandering Emperor is not the worst. Alright, pass the turn. See if we can do some wandering. Definitely going to play Modern 8-Wack again in the future. I haven't really started working too much on Modern decks from the new set, but the new Kudaltha Rebirth card, I'm really hyped to play that in 8-Wack. Alright, more goblins. About it. Wow, just passes. Well, in that case, Wandering Emperor. I think we gotta do this anyway. Wandering Emperor, make it Samurai. Wandering Emperor, make a Samurai.
We must protect the people.
Play the land. Well, I guess we just, yeah. I guess we just gotta kick it, Archangel. Where's our mom? We have not had a mom in forever. Who, what are you doing with Capricious Hellraiser in Standard? Well, shoot down Reflections. I am curious, what does your deck list look like? I was trying to figure out if I could make a Elesh Norn Hellraiser deck. Did not figure it out yet, but that was on the list. Yeah, I mean, white deck leaving up 4 mana kind of telegraphs the possibility. I think Standard players have caught on to that one for the most part. You don't get people too much anymore with Wandering Emperor. When it first came out, oh, I walked into it so many times. Yeah. But if you had Elesh Norn, 6 out of 9, the odds would be in your favor. Okay. Unleash the Inferno. Opponent gonna go attacking. Gonna make a treasure. Well, block and block. Actually, yeah, sure. Block and block. We have managed to not let this Glissa hit us once. Not a single time. Sanctuary Warden. Draw a card. Make a Samurai. Pass the turn. Really, I think the strongest part of our deck is Eternal Wanderer Sanctuary Warden. If we throw Elesh Norn into the mix, it gets ridiculous, but... Ooh, I might take a look at that. Let me see, Dragon. Urza's Mites. Oh. Wow, opponent actually had the answer. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We did have plans for that. Opponent, more Fable than Mirror Breakers. Opponents managed to draw a lot of card draw this game. And Cruise a Bank Buster goes attacking. Well, Spirited Companion. Draw a card. Where's Elesh Norn? Okay, there's Elesh Norn. Finally. Elesh Norn. That's what we were looking for. Go attacking. Don't die. We just need our mom to stick and we'll be good. Opponent gets to do looting to try to find an answer. Elesh Norn discards another Glissa, draws a card. Can they kill the Elesh Norn? Oh! Opponent draws another answer. Draws with Reckoner Bankbuster. Oh, opponent. Copies the Goblin, goes attacking. Makes a million treasures. Why? Why doesn't Elesh Norn ever live? Hey, what's up, Angry Teddy? How are you? Well, Spirited Companion, draw a card. Combat Thresher, draw a card. Play a Plains. How do we get out of this? Yeah, I guess we just pass again? Opponent, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Blood Tithe Harvester. Copies the Blood Tithe Harvester. Makes another blood token. Well, we will channel. Blink the Combat Thresher. Opponent sacks a blood, discards a card. Opponent sacks a blood, discards a card. Just beat Mono Black with Urbrask's Forge. That is spicy. That's super spicy. Opponent gonna crew. Gonna go attacking. We can do a lot of... We can pseudo sweep here, but... Opponent still got double Bank Buster. And a million treasures. How did this even happen? What did I... Oh, there's the Sanctuary Warden. Alright. Well, we have a 3/3 double strike. Eternal Wanderer. Take it down.
Make room.
We keep the 3/3 double strike. Play the land. Pass the turn. Opponent draws with Bankbuster. Boy, can't. Oh boy, that was not actually part of the plan. That was not part of the plan at all. That's awkward. That's very awkward. Touch the Spirit Realm. Get rid of the Bank Buster. Yeah, I wasn't actually planning on attacking there. Oh my god. Infinite Bank Busters. Opponent, Bank Buster. Draws a card with Bank Buster. Oh, we got the Sanctuary Warden, but we're going to lose the Eternal Wanderer. Opponent, Mills. Oh, Sheoldred. Yeah, that's a Sheoldred. Well, now we got to find an answer to that. Could have blinked the Thresher. That's, well, yeah, but then we just have to chump block with it. Which isn't good. We wanted to block and then flicker it. Oh no. Not a good time to draw 2 lands. Hit ya. We gotta go aggro, but I don't think it's enough because Sheoldred's coming. Opponent, we need a top deck draw. Wow, draws before Sheoldred. Oh, opponent. Scoops it up for no reason. Runs out Sheoldred, yeah. Plays a land. Come on, deck. Oh! Well, that's interesting. That is certainly interesting. Well. I mean, so we could deal with the token, but then any creature just screws the Bank Buster. Huh. Well, go to combat attack. Okay, kills the Combat Thresher. We get in. Remove the counter. Hit you to 1. Farewell. Creatures, artifacts, graveyards. Get them all. Pass the turn. Are we gonna get there? Cycles, desperation. Cycles, desperation. We have a Sanctuary Warden in hand. Opponent plays a tap land, passes. Oh, play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks like enough. That's a mom. That's a mom. That's a Sanctuary Warden, and that is a comeback. Double trigger. Draw a card. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Wow, what a win, what a win, what a win. And opponent scoops it up, and that was quite the comeback. Is there an identifiable flavor reason for Elesh Norn to be a 4/7? It's such a weird combination of power and toughness, especially for a skinny humanoid creature. Makes me think there's got to be some specific reason. Wasn't the original also a 4/7? That's the only thing I can think of. Is it's really just calling back to the original. Why the original was a 4/7? I don't know. Except it cost 7 mana. So for 7 mana, for 7 mana, original Elesh Norn actually has pretty bad stats. For 5 mana, it actually has pretty good stats. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not enough of a lore person. Hey, MTG Oldfish, just want to say I've been watching your YouTube videos on the treadmill. They make the time fly by, so thanks. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it, Patrick. Do I have any other mom decks? I do. So that's MOMo-White. We're actually, the matches are long, but we can try one of the other ones. So so far we're 2-1 with MOMo-White. So if we want to try a different build, here are your options. Which one are you most hyped for, chat? So Azorius Panharmonicon. Similar idea. Lots of ETB triggers, but we get blue in the mix, which adds in some sweet artifact synergies. We got Urza, we got Melchior, which cares about artifacts. We got spiders, we got Portal to Phyrexia. So we also have Spirited Companions and Ambitious Farmhand. So similar, but with some spicy blue artifact synergies. So that's one option. We also have Big Green Mama. This one's looking to just go big. Again, the white cards are kind of the same, but green gives us Rampant Gala Greeters, Injewel Thief, and Topiary Stomper. Blossom Prancer for more card draw. Clay Champion can get really huge. And then, of course, at the top of the curve, Titan of Industry. And then maybe the most interesting, but probably the worst of the builds is Hot Mama, the burn build. This is Boros Elesh Norn burn. So red gives us some very interesting options to go with Elesh Norn. We get Witty Roastmaster, which has Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, deals 1 damage to each opponent. So as we play a Spirited Companion, if we had Elesh Norn, it's 2. If we play an Archangel Aerith, it's 2. If we play Skitterbeam Battalion, we get 3 creatures doubled by Elesh Norn. That's going to be 6 direct damage. And then we also get Twin Shot Sniper, ETB, 2 damage to something, doubles up to 4 with Elesh Norn. We get Archangel Aerith, which we saw before. We get Tyrant of Cure Ridges, just a big dragon, ETB, 4 damage to anything. So yeah, which one do you want to see? What is your pick for Elesh Norn deck number 2 of the night? Boros burn Elesh Norn, big green creature Elesh Norn, or Azorius artifact Elesh Norn. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get to all these eventually. Also, I only accept votes from people who do not check their eggs in the supermarket. That's the new rule when it comes to polls. If you check your eggs, your vote doesn't count. Seems like everyone. Let's see. Let's look at these votes. Yeah, we can add a poll. All right, we'll do a quick poll. Hang on. Professional streamer figures out how to put up a poll. Let's see. All right, we'll do an official poll. We'll do an official poll. It's gonna be a quick poll though. I'm gonna only put it up for like a minute, so maybe 2, so we can get right into the next deck. What's next? Red White Mom, big green, mom, or you white artifact, mom. Poll for 2 minutes live now. Get in your votes. Get in your votes. You have 2 minutes to decide the future of the universe. Our universe, probably better known as the stream. Killing you in a good way or a bad way? Are you doing best of 1 ranked? I want to play with my Hellraiser deck. Best of 3 ranked. Normally play best of 3. This is the deck that, so the poll's up at the top of the chat. You should see a what's next. Right now, red-white's winning by a lot. 49% for red-white, 25% for green, and 26% for blue-white. Get in your votes. Get in your votes. There is not, we're about halfway through the poll. Get in your votes. You can decide. You can decide. In Clark's Crazy Customers, who's having a mental breakdown about eggs and is trying to find the perfect dozen, hilarious skit, dude's dropping them out of his mouth like a hen's cloaca. Oh, so I don't know if I ever talked about this. So Bear, who is sleeping quietly next to me. So Bear is so apparently everyone checks their eggs. Apparently I'm the only person who doesn't check their eggs. So Bear, he loves water. It's one of his favorite things. Like if you I don't know what I said before. I think it's cloaca, but I probably said cloaca or something. If you spray like a hose at his face, he loves it, and he'll just like jump up and bite at it and drink at it. So yesterday, Bear's my very big puppy. So yesterday, I had to wash my car. My car was so dirty. Winters around here really gets your car dirty. So I actually went to wash the car, and Bear went with me. He's hanging out in the car. So I'm out and I'm spraying the car, and I was like, I hear this thumping, and my car starts shaking. I thought something was going wrong. I was like, what is going on? And it's Bear. He's just like jumping around the car from window to window, so like smashing his face into the window, trying to get to the water coming out of the hose. So I'd go to one side and he'd just like jump, and he's like 160 pounds. Like he's a big boy. So he's just like jumping around, smashing from wall to wall, trying to catch the water. It was pretty entertaining. It looks like we're playing some red-white. Red-white Elesh Norn burn. So we're going to start with this exact build. So 2 things to keep in mind. If it goes poorly, cards that we could add. Fable the Mirror Breaker, because it's a strong card in our colors. Reckoner Bankbuster, because it's a strong card draw. But we're going to start with exactly this deck and see how it goes. If we find out we need more card advantage, those would be the cards at the top of the list. This is the deck, thank you to everyone who voted, by the way. This is the deck that took me to Platinum. I spoke of it earlier, but it was lost in chat. Oh, let me take a look. Ooh. Yeah, Mono Red Devotion, it's decks like this. That make me hope that Nykthos doesn't get banned. Mono Green, 1,000,000% makes me want it to be banned. But it's cool Mono Red Devotion decks, Mono Blue Devotion decks that make me think it adds something positive to formats like Pioneer and Historic. The deck looks fun. I love Mono Red Devotion. I haven't played it with Jaxus. Jaxus with Fnatic Amogus that's a pretty spicy addition. But yeah, that looks really cool. I like it. All right. Hot Mama time. Yeah, equipment is on my list. I think we can do a budget equipment deck, so it's on my list for a potential budget Magic deck in the future. There's so many. When a new set comes out, and doubly so this one, because this set was just so good. There's just so many decks to build. The list, we got to play Elesh Norn in older formats. We got to do modern Elesh Norn. We got to do like Pioneer Explorer Elesh Norn. So that's on the list. There's still a ton of standard decks to get to. We still haven't really played any green decks. So many standard decks to get to. 8 Whack needs to be revisited in modern now that we got the new additions. So yeah, we have a ways to go. War of the Spark was a mistake. Seems likely. I would not disagree with that statement. Opponent. We definitely got to try Panharmonicon Tribal at some point too. Play them all together. It will be a ridiculous pile, and I don't even think it will make the deck better, if that makes sense. Like, if we this ossification's looking pretty sketch. I don't even know if it'll make the deck better to play all the Panharmonicons, but it will be pretty funny. Opponent hits us. Graveyard Trespasser. Play a land. Touch the Trespasser. Discard. It probably should be Elesh Norn. I feel so bad saying it, but it probably should be Elesh Norn here. Black is just so good at killing it. But we can't even cast Ossification. We'll discard Ossification. About it. Touching the Trespasser is illegal in Brazil. About it gets it hits us. Well, okay, this Twin Blade Sniper is actually going to be oddly good here. Comes down. Oh, it's actually too good. What do we snipe? Sorin? Yeah, I guess Sorin. Snipe the Sorin. Why does no one play Twin Blade Sniper? It's essentially... No. Okay, just a cut down. That's okay. It's basically Bone Crusher Giant. Can you play the double proliferator soon? Yeah, we gotta build a deck around that. That's another card that I really want to build a deck around. We've played proliferate. We need a land. We desperately need a land. We've played proliferate decks. We just haven't drawn. Well, does our opponent have removal? If so, we die without hitting our land drops, which makes us sad. If not, this Archangel's good. They are black, so they probably have a million removal spells. Oh, jeez. Well, GG. Maybe we do need the... Alright, well... Maybe we do need to play the card draw. The joy of Panharmonicon decks is always having a handful of cards. Maybe Wily Roastmaster is just too much of a meme. Maybe we don't even need the jank of Roastmaster. What if we... Okay, chat. How upset would you be if we cut the Witty Roastmaster and played Bankbuster or Fable the Mirrorbreaker? I think that would greatly increase our win rate. But would it take too many memes away? We have 12 basics. 12 basics should be enough, right, for ossification to work. Although it still get the fact that, here's the problem. Black should not be able. Oh, I didn't update it, did I? Black should not be able to kill enchantments. They shouldn't. Wizards making mistakes, making those mistakes, destroying the color pie. I mean, Witty Roastmaster, deck list should be updated. Witty Roastmaster is definitely the worst. I mean, the least powerful card in the deck, I think, by a pretty decent margin. It is funny if we have Elesh Norn, but it might just be too underpowered to actually stay in the deck. Maybe something like that. Favorite vehicle? Probably Mindlink Mag. Mindlink Mag is so sweet. So I would probably go Mindlink Mag, honestly, if I had to choose. Smuggler's Copter was sweet too, back in my day. About it. Don't you be duressing. Okay, Dreams of Oil and Steel. Thoughtseize, but only for artifacts or creatures. Well, hello, Reckoner Bank. Sometimes you draw what they Thoughtseize. Invoke Despair is the card that makes me think that Black shouldn't be able to destroy enchantments. I can understand Wizards' reasoning of like, boy, can I? I don't even know if that's true. I can get if they want to give black like some very powered down horrible enchantment removal spells just so they can be like, and that's kind of where they started. So I can kind of see that if they want to play some just like super powered down, definitely not very good enchantment removal spells, whatever. I can deal with that. But like having one of the best cards in standard be black enchantment destruction, that can't be right. That can't be right. If you told someone that in 1998 or 2005, they would think you're playing Pokemon. I think it should, like, if they gotta do it, and I still don't know if I agree that they should. Like, personally, I don't think it's correct, but if they think that's the right thing to do, at least just power it down, make it not good. I don't understand why enchantment removal isn't part of Black's color pie. Huh. Okay. Well, play the land. Well, I mean, we're gonna play Mom and probably get wrecked, but all right, Mom. Opponent, if you kill our Mom, what would that be? Matricide? What is the side for mothers? So it's got to be matricide, right? About it. Combat. Passing and flipping. Interesting. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Well. Play a land. I was really not expecting that. Now I'm not even sure what we're doing. Are they still just... If they had removal, they would have just killed it, right? They wouldn't have waited. Oh, but we can't cast 2 spells this turn? That's a little awkward. And these things are really difficult for us to kill. Archangel of Wrath. Oh, of course. All right, so our opponent did have even more removal. Well, past the turn, die to Graveyard Gluttons. About it, untaps. Yeah, the double pings. And I roll. Alright, invoke despair. Opponent wins the game. Yeah. Alright. Well, that wasn't especially close. Black Pips is always restricted trims or not. It's not as restricted as it might be in some scenarios. Like, there's a lot of 3-color decks that are playing four copies of Invoke Despair, so sadly I think that Roastmaster's gotta go. Like, the power level is just not high enough, unfortunately. I think we need to... I mean, we just gotta replace it with, I guess, So we can argue, okay, I know Fable of Mirror Breaker is just busted, but it can copy Spirit of the Companion, a Spirited Companion with Elesh Norn out. It can copy Tyrant of Carriages with Elesh Norn out. So there are a lot of synergies in the deck. Koth doesn't do anything with Elesh Norn, though. The real question is, why was enchantment removal not part of Black's color play 26 years ago, and all of a sudden it is? Yeah, I mean... I guess I don't... I don't know the answer, I guess, of why they did or didn't decide to give Black enchantment removal forever ago. I always kind of like the balance of it. Oh boy, that's a bad hand. I always kind of like the balance of it personally. Like, black is the best at killing creatures, but because it's the best at killing creatures, it has the downside that it struggles with non-creature permanents. So I think, I don't know, I like that aspect of it. I like how colors have strengths and weaknesses. I know maybe that's a unpopular opinion in 2023 Magic. Maybe people just want every color to do everything. But I don't know. I think Magic's best when colors have strengths and weaknesses. Fun fact, as far as mathematic ratios for what kills creatures, the best part, black is not as good as white. Oh, all right, that's pretty good. Wandering Emperor. Kills our goblin. Hits our face. Oh, what do we even do here? Well, play the land. This feels bad. Oh, this feels bad in so many ways. Yeah, all right. I guess we just pass the turn. I mean, Elesh Norn should be very good against our opponent's deck. They're playing something like our Elesh Norn deck, so Mom should be really good. How do they deal with it? Lay down arms and like a million mana. Opponent's getting in, hitting us. So hopefully Mom can catch us up. We'll see. We will see. Opponent. Reckoner Bank Buster gonna draw some cards. Passes. Well, flip the saga, and let's see how good Mom is today. Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. Your go, opponent. Please tell me you don't have a main deck way of killing this. Opponent draws a card, Ijanu. That's not gonna do it. That's the second one. That's the second one we've got with an enchantment being cast into Mom. Opponent digs up.
I have got new moves to teach you.
And opponent draws a card. And opponent passes. Archangel of Wrath. Well, we will ossification. Our enchantments work, thankfully. Get rid of Lauren. Get rid of Spirited Companion. Okay, yes, we will draw a card. Play the land. Kill the Wandering Emperor. Oh, Mom is doing well. Mom is doing well. Pass the turn. Yes, it can hit planeswalkers, creatures and planeswalkers. And now if they do have an answer, we have Touch the Spirit Realm. Actually, that's probably worth saving. Yeah, let's save the Reflection. Blink it. Opponent draws a card. Okay, things are looking good. In the right matchups, Mom is so good. So actually, there is a deck I'm working on that has Koth in it. I don't think Koth is very good in this deck. But there is a deck I'm working on that has Koth. We're going to discard both ossifications, I think. I'll play... Actually, go to combat. Attack with both. Well, this is going to be pretty good, I think. Elesh Norn double-kicked Archangel of Wrath. Here comes the burn. Here comes the bird. Koth fits in with the burn plan, and also Elesh Norn double triggers mountains entering the battlefield. Okay. I mean, if you can emblem it, that argument's... I mean, I don't know if you want to build around the ultimate, but that is true. That is pretty sweet. Mountains being 6 damage. I really wish... Wow, his opponent just salty scooping? Are we salty scooping to Elesh Norn? Is that where we're at? Salting it up? Ooh, boy. Yeah. Hit ya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Archangel Wrath. Kick it. Doubled up by Panharmonicon. Snipe your Eternal Wanderer. Snipe your token. Pass the turn. I wish there were dual lands that were mountains. That would help power it up. One of the other challenges in this deck is going to be just like having enough mountains. I wonder how many. And a 1/1. I wonder how many. Sure, that's fine. I wonder how many. Wow, he didn't go after the Elesh Norn. Am I missing something? Exile target creature. Oh, mana. Yes, I am missing something. Elesh Norn is a lot of manas. About it. Wedding announcement makes a token. We flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll play the land. Go attack and make a treasure. Delphi Guru, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Eternal Wanderer. Blink the reflection.
Have a nice trip.
Get it back. Make a goblet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This skitter beam. The skitter beam is going to be lights out. Sanctuary Warden, sure. We're going to let that go. We have an Elesh Norn. Wow, we are absolutely just wrecking our opponent with this Elesh Norn. And now we get to absolutely wreck our opponent with the best skitter beam battalion of all time. Discard. Draw. Yes, full price. No! I'm so bad at Magic. Actually, no, this was all part of the plan. On second thought, this was exactly how we drew it up. This actually works out better because now we can Tyrant Carriages too. So this is actually perfectly fine. Although it was not what I intended to do, but we just get to double burn with Tyrant and win that way. Yeah, it was definitely a punt, but it's a punt that's gonna actually work out. It's gonna work out perfect in the end, yeah. Tyrant. Double trouble. The old intro prac rare coming down to throw 8 at your face, and that is how you burn them out with Panharmonicon. So Skitter Beam is, if it was cast, when it enters the battlefield, you make the token. So it does work with Elesh Norn. But only if you cast it. Like, if we blink it would touch the Spirit Realms or something, it's not going to work. No. But it does work with Panharmonicon, as long as you did cast it to begin with. That was a good one. Well, yeah, that wasn't a pun. All part of the plan. We got it all under control, chat. We didn't attack with Elesh Norn, right? I don't think. If I remember correctly. So Fable of Mirror Breaker is such a ridiculous card. We even get synergy blinking it with Eternal Wanderer. We have synergies everywhere. Hey Seth, is it just me or does this meta feel super salved already? I'm getting nervous about the amount of Crim style decks I'm seeing on the ladder. I mean, what I have seen for the most part, in my opinion, I haven't seen that much from Phyrexia, really. Like, my impression is a lot of people just haven't updated their decks. It's been 2 days. So, like, the actual release of the set was on Tuesday. if you're free to play playing, do you even have a new deck by now? Can you even have a new deck by now? I'm not really sure that you can. Like, is it even possible? So I'm not sure. I wonder if that might be at least part of the issue. So I don't know if it's that the meta's solved or if people just haven't really gotten the cards they need to play All Will Be One yet. Yeah, that's kind of my assumption, that people are like trying to draft and get the cards. Like, you have whales like me who spent, $200 to get all the cards and we're playing whatever we want, but not everyone is doing that. On a rampage, so I'd give it a little more time. All that to say, yes, I do see a lot of the same decks. Grixis mid-range, Esper mid-range. A lot of those are still there, but it's only been a couple days. So give it a bit more time before we start to worry about the meta being solved. We're definitely going to play Rats. What do you think the best format is for Rats? Rats in Standard seems tough. That seems like one of the hardest ones. What format do you think Rats would be best in? Modern offers the coolest Rats, but it also offers the hardest meta, Solitudes and Furies and Ragavans. Pioneer or Explorer offers, we really wanted to hit a land there. Come on, Spirited Companion. Draw us a land. Oh dear. Well, this isn't good. Discard a Tyrant of Cure Ridges, Bonnet land, and goes attacking. Not gonna block. Eternal Wanderer is a thing. Okay, we did sort of eventually find a land. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oh, well, let's see how much missing this one land drop punishes us. Destroy evil. Yeah, go attack again, hit you. Down to 19. We gotta get to Mom before things get out of control. Opponent plays a land. We really needed the looting effect. Sarah Paragon. Opponent passes. Not a land. Reckoner Bankbuster. Go. Where's our lands? McIntyre! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your... Oh, Mom would be shutting this down. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Ambition. Oh, I'll be shutting that down, too. It would be shutting down all of this. Oh, opponent land. Combat. Opponent's also got planes for days this game. Not a land. Well, draw a card. Oh, goodness. Where's the calculator? Where's the calculator? Well, we will discard a card. This is depressing. Elspeth Resplendent. Yeah, this is getting out of control now. I've been playing your Urbrask and Taxes deck for a while. In addition to already adding Soul Partition, I want to add Skrelv over Elsiad and Soulless Jailer. What cards would you recommend cutting for all the new toys in the deck? Ooh, that is a good question. Oh no! Do you happen to have your current deck list? Yeah, this is just too littles, too late. Well, ossification. Get rid of Sarah Paragon. Attack Elspeth. Make a treasure. Opponent blocks and blocks. Yep. Booted. Is there a way to try a deck you don't have wild cards for? Unfortunately, no. Arena is not very set up for that, sadly. About it, taken up. Wandering. The way our opponent's playing this is actually giving us a shot, because we have an ossification. So we can deal with the Elspeth. Like, somehow we are kind of in this, even though we are, boy, struggling mightily. Oh, we don't have oh no. I thought we had another ossification, but we don't. Okay. Well, that does change things, doesn't it? Well, okay. We gotta hit a land. Reckoner Bank Buster. Not a land. How is this possible? Twin Blade Sniper hit the Elspeth.
Hey, I'm just running an errand.
Discard the hand size. Skitter Beam Battalion. So so Goldfish, what is your opinion on Mono Red and Standard with Obliterator and Vindicator in the format? Definitely seems like a challenging format for Mono Red. I mean, you can still potentially get in under it, but those cards are really good. Probably the most likely thing is if those cards become heavily played, then you probably just have to splash into a second color, I would guess. I'm not sure there's really another. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's only 4 lands in the top 20 cards of your library. Oh, yeah, there. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, we literally had everything we needed to win. We just could not draw a land. The other option is just splashing another color. Like, if those cards show up all the time, play Boros Burn and play Ossification, or Rakdos Burn and play. Well, we got lands this game. After last game, we will take the all land, no action hand, and we will say thank you. Well, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Go. Opponent loves just firing off that Destroy Evil. Opponent. Plains. Urza's Silex. Well, play the land. Go to combat. Hit you with a goblin. And... Urza Silex. Do we care about that? We can just touch the Spirit Realms it. Yeah, let's... Yeah, let's just get rid of it. Get rid of the Silex. Pass the turn. Yeah, so that's, I think, the most likely thing. Hey, what's up, Captain Rush? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Sarah Baragot. Ooh. Land for Tyrant Carriages. Ooh. Okay, not exactly. Oh, I guess this sort of works. Get in, hit you, make a treasure. Opponent blocks. Archangel of Wrath. Kick it once. Kill the Paragon. Opponent. Land. Lay down arms. Ambitious Farmhand. Where's our mom? Where's our mom? Oh, we need the mana. We're back to the whole mana screw stage of the game. Like that is a problem. I don't know how we're having such a hard time just hitting our lands. We even have like Fable the Mirror Breaker and stuff, and we're just, boy, cannot do it. Like if we double kick it, we have 0 treasures, and then we're forever away from casting everything. I guess we just Twin Blade Sniper here. Really don't want to spend the treasures. We need these treasures to be able to eventually Tyrant. But our opponent could just play Sanctuary Ward, and then we're in kind of sad shape. Well, Spirited Companion. Draw a non-land card. No, 2 games in a row. This double, oh boy. Opponent. Yeah. Wraths our board, and our treasure gets another Alyssa Silex. Well, I guess we run out of Archangel of Wrath since we just cannot ever draw a land. Opponent plays another opponent. No issues hitting their lands. Opponent lay down arms into Elspeth. And ticks down. Are you going to play Historic Brawl with Atraxa? I mean, we're definitely going to play Historic Brawl at some point. Atraxa less likely. Well, okay. Snipe the Elspeth past the turn. Opponent. Roadside Relic Rogue gets to draw 2 because of the Spirited Companion. Not a land. We will pass the turn. This is twice in a row. Oh, Opponent. Ooh, what are you doing in it with the Troxin Historic? Reanimating? Opponent gets in. No blocks. Not a land. And we'll pass the turn. Yeah, I assume that Atraxa is going to be put in the... We're saving up... Yeah, we... saving up all of our mana for next game. I assume Atraxa is going to end up in the busted commander pool. Hey, what's up, Naz? How are you? Not a land. Well, ossification, I guess. Opponents drawing like 14 lands or something, but all their lands are drawing them... I gotta pull out the calculator. I feel like we are like improbably low rolling here. We gotta see. We gotta check. Cause this is twice in a row. I feel like we're drawing it like the 1 out of every 100 like low end rate, and we've hit it 2 games in a row in like an unbelievably good matchup. Like like Elesh Norn is so absurd against this deck. This is like the Elesh Norn dream, and the Magic gods just don't want us to achieve. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Ossification. Hit the steel, Seraph. Pass the turn. Okay, so 20 cards in. Still 4 lands. About it. Have you played around? Oh, yeah. GG. Have you played around with Mishra? We played Mishra a bunch of times, like several times in the past. I don't really like Mishra with Elesh Norn. I mean, obviously, if you can make it happen somehow, it's sweet, but Mishra is pretty hard to flip. So I don't think you can have one of your main plans. I don't think you can have one of your main plans being us is getting to the absurdity stage of things here. 4 lands out of 21 cards. At this point, I'm only staying in this game to see how unlucky we are when we pull up the calculator in a minute. Wow, what? This is one of the most frustrating games I've played in a long time. About it. This is standard. Ren combo, since I haven't seen one in a while. Ooh. Wait, how are you comboing with... Wow. Okay. I mean, it is way too late to matter. Way too late to matter. Sure. Elesh Norn. So 21 cards, 4 lands. Definitely, it's after this game ends, which is going to be very shortly. We're going to calculate it. About it. Draws another laydown arms. And takes up and goes attacking. Yeah, I mean, being able to cast your cards is very powerful in Magic the Gathering. It is a very powerful strategy. Yeah, now we're just dead. All right, so let's see how unlucky we are. Feels very unlucky. Let's see if the math backs that up. 60 cards, 24 lands. We drew 21 cards. We drew 4. How often are we going to be? Oh my god. Oh, that's. I was thinking it was 1 in 100s unlucky. We're actually like in the. Wow. 99.738% of the time we will draw more than that. Whew. And not only that, that happened twice in a row. I'm going to have to go out and buy a lottery ticket. We're going to have to go buy some lottery tickets because that is essentially impossible. Well, we drew the 5th land on the next card down. We went 21 cards into our deck drawing 4 lands. And then the 22nd card was land number 5, which, I mean, I guess that makes it slightly less unlucky, but still incredibly unlucky. Oh, wow. Well, that is like our absolute, that is like one of our best matchups for Elesh Norn. Yeah, Arena's got to do the rub-ins. Like, we gave you 0 lands 2 games in a row. Did you enjoy that? Seriously, Arena? Oh no. Oh, what did we do to piss Arena off? Magic gods, what in the world did we do? Oh no. Least favorite part of Magic, Mana Screw and Mana Flood. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is annoying when it happens again and again, which that match it did. I think it's unavoidable though. Like, I think Magic, I don't think there's any way to have Magic be a good game. Oh, no, if we get Mana Screwed again, I'm scooping it up, stream over. About it. Manually tapping for some reason. Manually tapping both of their lads. Oh, dear. Oh, maybe we scoop it up. Oh, no. Manually untapping. Opponent. Why, opponent? Why? All right. So it's Venerated Rot Priest, Jank. Opponent untaps. Goes to combat. Gets in for 1. And Bloated Contaminator. Well, thankfully we did hit lands this game. Unfortunately, we're behind Venerated Rot Priest winning the die roll, and we did have to mulligan. Opponent, the Seed Core. I haven't really seen Sultai, in fact. Curious. That also happens every time. Rot Priest decks always draw 2 Rot Priests. Voidwing Hybrid. Well, land. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Mega Goblin pass the turn. And opponent's last card is Cut Down. Fading Hope. Alright. Well, opponent's out of cards. Let's see if we can find a way to stabilize before we're infected out of the game. Opponent leaves it to the top, so it's a good one. Public Enemy. I'm gonna have to... I do not know what Public Enemy is. I'm gonna have to look that up. How can we get back in this? Discard the Touch of Spirit Realms, draw a card. Play the land. Skitter Beam Battalion. So we have some blockers. Pass the turn. Opponent makes a 1/1. Untap. So we're at 5 poison. Opponent attacks. 6 poison. Oh, we're getting to the point where we can be proliferated out of the game. Flip the Saga. Play Elesh Norn. I mean, the dragons cost 6 mana, so maybe we gotta find a way to get Ambitious Farmhand in the deck or something, just to have even more land drops. About it. Makes another 1/1. Yeah, we're getting very close to being dead. About it. Combat attacks. Yeah, up to 7. And land. Oh, that is not the best time for the tap land. Oh no, not the best time for the tap land. Okay, pass the turn. Unclear if we will be alive to cast a Tyrant of Carriages. Opponent makes another 1/1. I mean, we're just dead to any spell now. Any spell to target the Rot Freeze and we're dead. About it. Oh, unfortunate timing. Public Enemy. So Public Enemy. 3-mana enchanted creature. All creatures attack enchanted creature's controller each combat fable. When enchanted creature dies, draws a card. That does sound pretty funny. That does sound funny. I've mostly played Obliterator with fight spells, but I could see Public Enemy being a funny way to try to do something similar. But it passes. Oh, there's our untapped land. We did it, Reddit. Tyrant of Carriages and dead. The problem is all they gotta do is cast a removal spell. I mean, we have a full-on combo kill here. Like, but if our opponent has any removal to target their Rot Priest or any pump spell, we just die. But we get, this is ridiculous. We get 8 damage from the ETBs of Tyrant. Then we copy the Tyrant with the Reflections of Kiki Jiki, which gives us 8 more damage. And then we attack with a hasty 4/4, and that is 20. That is 20 damage hitting our opponent's face. About it. Tyrant of Carriages. I mean, the best removal is player removal. And we're on the player removal plan. Attack. And and wow! 20 damage! 20 damage! Oh, 20 damage. Yes! That is like the bird Panharmonicon combo kill. Wow! Oh, wow. Wow. I was so worried because with those 2 Rot Frees, if our opponent had any removal, all they had to do was target their own Rot Priest and we get those last 2 poison counters. So the reason we didn't just attack all there is I was worried that our opponent, like, so here's my thinking. My worry was that our opponent was somehow being bad at Magic and not realizing we were dead to their Rot Priest. And if we attacked with everything, they would have to block with a Rot Priest, and they might accidentally kill us by casting a protection spell on their Rot Priest. So, yeah, that. So I gotta say, I think our Fable of the Mirror Breaker has been justified. I think it's been justified by that 1 kill right there. We didn't have it in the deck originally, but I think that combo kill totally makes it worth it in the deck. The guy just yelled some sort of curse word. Yeah, that poor person's monitor has been thrown out the window. Hey, what's up, Darebrained? What about Devilish Valet? Yeah, so initially... So Devilish Fillet was a consideration. Also tried Witty Roastmaster because it fits the burn theme of the deck. I think I think that those cards would be funny. Although my experience with Witty Rosemaster is it wasn't very powerful. The combo kills, I think it's a really sweet like against the odds combo kill plan. That part I like. But I don't know if it's actually super good. Don't know anything about your deck making process, but if you considered playing the new Capenna Sack lands, it would get you 2 lands out of Norn. I guess by the time you've got Norn, they're already pretty high up in the curve. Just wondering what your thoughts were. So actually, my initial thought was, yes, that's awesome. But then I tried it, and it doesn't actually work. What's one of the names? Does anyone know the name of one of the streets in New Capenna Sack lands so I can pull it up? I guess I can probably find it on Scryfall by the set. Streets of New Capenna land. So yeah, I thought the same exact thing, but if you actually read the wording carefully, so I tried it and put it in a deck. I was like, why am I not getting 2 lands? When it enters the battlefield, sack it. When you do, search your library for a basic Mountain Force or Plains, put on the battlefield tap, then you gain 1 life. The way it's worded, it doesn't, it only triggers to get you the land when you sacrifice it. So the ETB trigger is ETB sacrifice it, but then you can only sacrifice it once technically, because then it's already in the graveyard. So it actually, yeah, you can double the ETB trigger, but it's actually the when you sacrifice it that gets you the land. So yeah, unless I'm missing something, I have actually not been able to make it work. So I'm pretty sure that wording just doesn't let it work with Elesh Norn, sadly. Because I had the same idea. I was like, oh, I'm going to double up my ramp. This is going to be super sweet. And then, nope. Does Arena have Modern on it? Unfortunately, no. Arena currently goes back to Explorer. Explorer is Pioneer that's in progress. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're working on it. So we go back and forth. We play Arena to play Standard. And then we'll go over to Magic Online to play Modern and Pioneer and other older formats. So I don't think, hey, what's up, Radius? How are you? I don't think we'll ever have Modern on Arena. Wizards has been pretty non-committal about ever adding Modern. I think at this point, the best we can hope for is probably getting back to full Pioneer in the hopefully not super distant future. Also, I should say, our deck is actually kind of hilariously good against Rot Priest because we have a million of these burn spells that are not actually spells, so they don't trigger Rot Priest. But even like, if you're worried about Rot Priest, what about Twin Blade Sniper? Like, should Twin Blade Sniper be more heavily played in Best of One? Because everyone's freaking out about Rot Priest. This is like a way to kill a Rot Priest at instant speed for 2 mana that doesn't trigger Rot Priest. So maybe if you're struggling with Rot Priest in Best of One, maybe there's some sneaky ways to get around its trigger. Stream schedule Tuesday afternoons and Thursday evenings is the current stream schedule. Well, let's Twin Blade Sniper. Opponent. So yeah, two streams a week normally. And then of course, the YouTube has daily content over on the YouTube between myself and Krim and Phil on occasion. Neaduck, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 50th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, same thing with like Ossification. It's not a spell that targets it, so that's not going to trigger it. Archangel Wrath, Tyrannical Ridges, any of that stuff like is actually very, very clean answers to those shenanigans. Would you call Historic the child of alchemy and modern? That's a pretty fair description. It's somewhere in that range, yeah. If alchemy and modern had a baby, is in non-red ETB decks, I found Search Hacker Mech to work really well with Eternal Wander. That does sound sweet. Yeah, Eternal Wander blinking mech repeatedly. I wanted to try. I considered trying to make an Elesh Norn vehicle deck, but outside of Surge Hacker Mech, there's not much that triggers. Like, there's not many vehicles with ETB triggers, but it could still just be like a sweet addition to the deck. Someone brought up the Phyrexian Public Enemy idea. Ooh. Wait, what's our opponent doing? Oh, Voidwing Hybrid again. Phyrexian Vindicator. The fight spells. Yeah, I might have to try that. That's the Public Enemy idea is super funny. I totally missed this card. I've never seen anyone play it. But it actually is kind of hilarious on a Vindicator or on a Obliterator. Well, how about a MOMo-Monicon? Man, might as well hit you with the doggos. Boy, look at the burn in hand. Triple Archangel of Wrath, Tyrant of Care Ridges. Our opponent is going to die pretty quick. Tuesday afternoons, Thursday evenings. Only currently 2 streams. 2 streams a week. Block you? I don't know. Sneaky Reach. Sneaky Reach. Twin Slot Sniper. Too good. Comes down, shoots something down, and then gets him with the Sneaky Reach. I mean, no one plays twin shot sniper, so I guess that makes sense. Am I a fan of Pauper? Ish. Only 2 streams a week because Seth doesn't love us. Oh, it's really more the YouTube. The mixing between like, oh, okay, maybe our opponent got us. It's really content managing plus the YouTube plus do we win here? Boy, maybe this deck's good. Oh, or maybe they have a counter. Oh, they could have a counter, couldn't they? We are corrupted. Opponent. Alright. Opponent doesn't want to die. Well, hit you down to 7. Pass the turn. So Pauper, there have been times in the past that I've played a lot of Pauper. I have not really played as much recently. How about a tap land? Go to combat. Let's see if we can get our opponent to tap down here. Opponent. Okay. Well, they tapped down, but they killed our mom. Archangel of Wrath. Opponent. Alright, hit you down to 3. I don't know about Rot Priest in this deck. Like, this is very, very controlling. When we've had success with Rot Priest, it's usually in more combo-y builds. I don't know about the odds of, like, does your control deck want to be playing Tyver Stand? Does your control deck want to be playing Rot Priest even? Or are you better off trying to, like, prologue and proliferate? This reminds me of the proliferate control deck we played, but also trying to be like an aggro toxic deck. And I think that's a tough balancing match to do all of those things. Crim also makes YouTube content while streaming, and it could affect it also. Yeah, I don't like, in general, I think that, okay, sometimes we do stream replays. We always just use full VOD uploads, but my personal feelings about content is that content that's recorded, during a Twitch stream is usually not very good YouTube content. So, I know it would be a way to double up. I know it would be a way to double up and we could get more YouTube videos and more streams in, but the problem is, like, what makes Twitch great is interacting with the audience. Like, that's the reason I love streaming, is that I can hang out with all of you. And that is actually, like, a huge negative on YouTube. On YouTube, when you hear like us talking right now or sub shout outs and donations and stuff, it's weird because you're not there. It makes sense in the moment. Like it's like the difference between listening to a CD and listening to a concert or something. So as a general rule at Goldfish, we don't double up. Like I think it happens, like Crim does it on occasion and that's fine, but in general our idea is not to do that for those reasons. Hey, what's up, Elf? How are you? Anyone else still waiting on new deck challenges, or is it just me? Oh, I haven't even looked. Ooh, interviews. Good luck on the interviews, Elf. Oh, did you go see Post? Yeah, we're gonna just attack, and I mean, we can just channel this for the last 2 points of damage. So I figured do it that way, get our opponent to tap down, and then we... Huh? Are you bouncing the angel? I'm so confused. This just leaves you obviously dead. And then we can just channel the sniper for the last 2 points of damage. Wow! Okay, that is actually one of the only ways for our opponent not to die here. All right. Oh, actually, no, they... it was a pain land. Okay, they still die. Oh, they almost found their way out. They almost found their way out. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a pain land. October's secret layers are on the way. So many secret layers these days. They never stop. Let's try one more with this deck. Bring the Ending is gross. I just count. It's just counterspell, and in fact, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see if those actually work in older formats. I think the corrupt cards are really good. Bring the Ending's really good. Anoint with Affliction's really good. Those two in specific are like really, really good cards. Ooh, what ones did you get, Darebrained? Yeah, that was... I don't think, like I said, I think that was kind of an unfocused Rot Priest deck. I think our opponent was probably working on a brew and trying to like do something different, which is sweet. But I think that you want to be more focused on being either aggro or combo with Rot Priest. I don't know if Rot Priest in like an infect or toxic control, like proliferate control deck is actually that good. I don't even know if it's worth splashing. Oh, okay. We get a chance for revenge. We were crying because this is like the dream Elesh Norn matchup, and we lost because we got double mana screwed. It looks like the Magic gods have rewarded Mom with one more chance to fight against MOMo-White. Opponent hits us with the dog. Ragnar. Oh, are they missing lands? Okay, they have a land. Roadside Reliquary. Well, we will play a land and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Well, step 1, get down, Mom. Step 2, win the game. Opponent. Oh, always would destroy evil. Always win, destroy evil. Oh, but they spent their laydown arms. They spent their laydown arms. Play the land. Twin shot sniper. Kill the spirited companion. And Mom's on her way. Mom's on her way to save the day. About it. Desperation draw. Now it's our opponent's turn to be mana screwed. Ooh, they hit their land though. And another bank buster. Well, bad news for our opponent. We have Elesh Norn. That shuts down many of their Magic the Gathering cards. Play it past the turn. How you gonna kill it, opponent? How you gonna kill it? They basically need to have another Destroy Evil. What are the odds they have another Destroy Evil in hand? Not very good, right? Oh. All right, maybe that's very good actually. Spirited Companion, draw card. Wow. Wow. 2 out of 2. Had them both in hand. All right, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Opponent draws a card. We get a Goblin. Play Battlefield Forge. Hit you for 2. Opponent. Desperately drawing. gets a treasure. And another Spirited Companion to draw a card. And finds a land and plays a land. These Bankbusters are doing work for our opponent here. I can't believe they had that Destroy Evil. I cannot believe it. I mean, I think those decks usually only play 2. No, we'll discard a Plains. Draw a Plains. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Make a treasure. If our opponent crews a Bankbuster and blocks, I think that's fine. We'll just end up sniping it. Alright, opponent crews. Blocks. Well, Archangel Wrath, double kicker. Kill the Bankbuster. Hit our opponent. Yeah, the treasure got us there. About it. Cashes in their treasure to draw another card with a regular Bankbuster. Drops to 12. Play the land past the turn. Oh, opponent's got a handful of cards, that's for sure. Oh, boy. Another lay down arms. Well, we've gotten through almost all of our opponent's removals, so we're getting through it one by one. Wandering Emperor.
I'm home.
Snipes the Sniper.
I am almost
About it.
go.
Should have killed the pilot. Yeah, maybe we should have. Mana Tide would be so sweet in Standard. That's one of those cards that I hope returns to Standard. Well, okay. Archangel Wrath, kick it. Kill the Wandering Emperor.
Until next time, then.
Pass the turn. Alright, stop killing our stuff, opponent. Stop killing our stuff for once. About it. Land. Has a Sanctuary Warden. Passes. Well, Tyrant of Carriages. Hit you for 4. Pass the turn. The burn plan is on. The burn plan is on. Pass the turn. Put it out of dead. About it on devs. Any ideas on Tyver Jund Reanimator deck? Who? AC Affinity. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with their Brass Forge sometime. I'm glad it's been working out for you. That sounds sweet. Any idea on Tyver Jund Reanimator? I haven't really played much with Tyver yet. Ooh. Wait. Does this set us up to win here? By just copying Tyrant of Carriages? About it. Passing. Well, Tyrant. Copy it. Shoot down the Sarah Paragon. Untap. Tyrant, copy it. And opponent. Done, 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 done. This this Tyrant of Carriages has actually been really good. Opponent had all the removal in the world to actually get through our Elesh Norn, but Tyrant of Carriages is just like winning us games. It's just straight up killing people. I've been running Selesnya, Mondrak, and Explorer. Lots of Convoke's been doing great. Yeah, I haven't really started working on decks outside of standard. A few around the edges, but yeah, that's on my to-do list. There's a lot of sweet synergies for older formats. Mondrak might be one of those cards that ends up being even better outside of standard. It seems possible that it's one of those older format all-stars. Yeah, let's bring in a farewell. Let's try something like that. Yeah, the combo is actually really funny. The 4 damage dragon has been really overperformed. Dark Depths, it all will be 1-1 moto. Yeah. The only downside is it's only legal in Legacy. That's the challenging part. Like, oddly, so it'd be 5 mana plus a land drop to deal 10 damage. As weird as it sounds, that's actually like super slow in Legacy. So that's kind of the issue. I wish it was in Modern. We're gonna have to try some all with one combos in Modern though. Someone sent us a last stream a Enchantress all will be one combo, which was really cool. Using Quest for Pure Flame in an Enchantress deck. I think something like that could be really. Oh no, opponents missing their land drops this time. That is not a good sign. That is not a good. I can feel our opponent's pain because we were there. We were there last time in this matchup. Ambitious farmhand, gonna do some farming, but things are looking good. We just need a mom. About it. Has a lay down arms. You know what? I think we just keep all of these, as weird as that is. Twin Blade Sniper. Snipe the farmhand. Hit you with the dog. You know what I was thinking about today, chat? You know the whole thing with, like, secret layers and breaking your immersion and stuff? I was wondering... how does, like, Tenacious Underdog fit into that? Because I was seeing Tenacious Underdog in a deck, and I was looking at it, I was like, wait, that's just like a dude in a boxing ring. Like, that's just a guy. Like, this would be in Las Vegas or something, just like an actual, like, a fight somewhere. Was Streets of New Capenna, like, immersion breaking for people who are very in the Vorthos area? If you have the criticism of Secret Layers of it being immersion breaking, does Streets of New Capenna also break the immersion? Yeah, it's pretty far outside the traditional fantasy realm, at least, I would say. Well, okay. Spirited Companion, draw a card. And Spirited Companion, draw another card. And Jetmir's Garden. And attack. Hit ya. Opponent gonna trade. Drop to 16. Opponent really needs lands desperately. About it, Big Buster. We've been in this position. It is a painful spot to be. Opponent, lay down arms. It's a Spirited Companion. Well, it is time for the Eternal Wanderer to close it out. Let's make some double strikers. Hit ya. Down to 13. About it. Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. Yeah, where is Mommy? We need Mommy to come down to finish this last game. Phyrexia is pretty not traditional fantasy. I guess that's true. Ooh, where's a Silex? Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, hit ya. Down to 6. Exile the Sniper.
I'll handle this one.
Play the land. Kick an angel. This should be lethal, I think. So we hit our opponent to 4. Get back the sniper. Hit him to 2. And now even if our opponent wrasts with side legs, we just win with the channel land. No mom, but yeah, sorry opponent. That's not a fun way to lose. That's not a fun way to lose. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have blinked the Silex for a turn too. That also would have worked. Check out the bits. Did I miss some bits? Aereo, 5,000 bits. Thank you so much. That is a huge amount of bits. Thank you. So here's my standard Bant Aura Rot Priest deck. I've tried Quasi Mythos Copy. I've also tried Quasi Duplicate Mythos Copy Simic Rot Priest and Explorer in 4-color 1000 Year Storm Rot Priest as well. Both relatively bad, but I like the copy concept. Ooh, let me take a look, Aereo SW. Ooh, Light Paw seems really good. Light Paws to get more auras, to put it on the Rot Priest. One thing I like about this was my initial thought when I saw Rot Priest and people were talking about the Rot Priest combo decks. My initial thought was, I want to be able to have a backup plan that kills people. And I think that auras is a good backup plan that can kill people. Like putting audacities on things and other enchantments and having the protection. Like that's a backup plan if you don't have Rot Priest. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something along these lines maybe be kind of the next adaptation. What I think is going to happen is, especially in Best of Wood, people are going to play a lot of Rot Priest. It's going to be busted. The meta is going to adjust to fight Rot Priest. And then it's going to be on Rot Priest to adjust to fight back against the cheap removal and so forth that the other decks are playing. And I think the way to do that is to add more consistency by having a backup plan where if your opponent is just super hyper focused on killing your Rot Priest, you're like, whatever, I'll just throw auras on my other stuff and beat you down with a big audacity creature or whatever. So I like where it's heading. I like where it's heading. Yeah, Rot Priest is like surprisingly expensive for sure. What's the next modern deck you're planning on playing? It's a good question. I actually don't know. Probably something from the new set. I know we're gonna play updated 8-Whack with the new Kadaltha Rebirth, like destroy an artifact, get 3 goblins card. That's on my list. Elesh Norn in Modern is also on my list. Whether or not they're literally the first deck that we play, I'm not 100% sure, but more Modern will be coming. Usually when we get a new set for the first like couple of weeks to maybe a month, we're really focused on Standard, and then it starts to shift back towards more Modern. So we'll get more Modern filtering in pretty soon. Phyrexian Vindicator with Public Enemy, do you have a way to keep it hexproof? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way I can think of in Standard that keeps it hexproof. There's one shot, like Cradle of Safety is a one-shot give your thing hexproof card, but I don't believe there's a Swift Foot Boots or something. It's all like Skrelves might be the best way because you can activate it multiple turns. Not truly hexproof. Well, I mean, I guess it's hexproof from a color, but not full hexproof. That's probably good enough. There's stuff like Cradle of Safety or Shore Up that protect it for a turn. I don't believe there's anything that's just like full on hexproof forever. I guess Seraph is other untapped creatures you control have hexproof. That's like sort of permanent-ish. But yeah, that's something Wizards been really cautious with lately, is like printing powerful hexproof cards because it's such a hard mechanic to deal with. But anyway, everyone, I believe that brings us to the end of our stream for today. Good news is we did some sweet Panharmoniconing. Like we really got to see the Panharmonicons really going off. So we played MOMo-White Mom. That was the first one we played. I think this deck's pretty good. Like we used to have some really ridiculous, super fair grindy games. Elesh Norn, it dies a lot when it sticks. It's absurd. And then we saw Eternal Wander just once again proving what a great card it was. Maybe a bigger surprise is that, hot mama, the burn Elesh Norn deck Some of these cards really impressed me. Tyrant of Carriage in specific, I think this card might need to be reevaluated a little bit. Like, this is a card I have not seen anyone play ever, period. And it felt really good. We had the 20 damage combo kill, probably the highlight of the whole stream. Almost dead to poison. Elesh Norn, a flip Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Tyrant of Carriage, double trigger for 8, opponents at 20 life, copy it with Fable, double trigger for 8 more, that's 16, attack with the Hasty Dragon, win the game. So we got to do some absolutely just ridiculous things. So Elesh Norn's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Anyway, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So, reminders on the way out the door today, everyone. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up on there. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to each and every one for you. Hey, thank you, John Mankler, for the raid. I will pass you all along to someone else. Thank you so much for the raid. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Have an amazing night. Have a great day. I love y'all. Have a good weekend. And we'll be back on Tuesday to have some more fun. So until then, everyone, have a good one. And yes, Public Enemy, I'll remember. And I will talk to you soon.